All right. Hello. How's everybody doing?
Doing wonderful.
Good.
Oh, well,
Fine, thank you.
okay, good. Oh, yes, I figured I'd do a little bit different. Top of the morning to everybody inside of the
Morning.
out of the panel. Apparently, nobody knew the link to the new panel, so that kind of messed everything up. But that was a mess. But you know what really fucked me up, man, was this hour change. The hour change fucked me up. And so I woke up and I thought, let me just tell you the story real quick before I start the show. I woke up and I was like, 8:30. Okay, I got a little bit of time. I got 5 minutes to jump in the shower and wash my ass. And I don't look at my phone. There's like a fucking alarm clock. And the alarm clock just kind of sits down the side of the bed. And I don't use it as an alarm clock. Bray does. And I'm looking, I was like, first I wake up at 7:15, and I was like, man, this is just way too fucking early. We ain't gonna do outside of society now. So let me lay back down and get my body rub on. And I fall asleep and I wake back up at 8:30. I was like, yeah, I still got a little time, but let me start getting up. And Bree comes in the room and she's like, you gotta get moving. I said, what are you talking about? It's 8:30. It's 8:33. She's like, that clock is wrong. I said, what time is it? She's like, it's 9:30. Okay, now I know people said that you gotta be more weary of last night they were like, oh, time change, time change. I totally fucking forgot. So literally when it was 8:30, it was 9:30. And I heard that they're trying to like remove this hourly thing from the plan. Like there's no point of it anymore. I don't know why there was a point of it to begin with, but so meanwhile, that's why I'm fucking late. That's why I'm late by. I want it to be at like 9:30. That's when we usually do it. 9. Yo, you all right? Spade, stop smoking weed. You won't cough as much. But you guys deal with this shit in Europe too.
Oh yeah.
You have the hour.
Yep.
Not
End
now.
of the
It's
month,
later, right?
26th,
Yeah.
26th, end of the month. Ridiculous.
Oh, so you. It doesn't even reflect then the same shit that ours does.
No.
Ours. Wow, that's fucking weird. So it's a totally different time. Got it. All right.
Oh, they've been discussing it as well, like for 2 years now to cancel it. But
Longer.
that's a European thing. I mean,
Yeah,
you
there's two
can you
states that there's two states that don't do it in the United States. Arizona being one has never done it because they're on that brink of California and what is it, Mountain and Pacific? Yeah, I think so. They don't sell it. They don't do it, and I think Alaska is the other one. Nothing. You just same time all the time.
it doesn't have a benefit right now. It used to, but it
I don't
not
think there's any
anymore.
point of it. Like, what's the point? Because it gets darker later.
It
Set
was
the
during the war, right? Wasn't it to save petroleum
No, it
oil?
was it was way before that. It was way before that.
Peasant times. Peasant
Yeah, but
times.
that's to
Because,
save oil, right?
yeah, or
Could
candles or
be.
whatever.
Yeah.
what you're giving me zero information. Like you just said,
Okay.
peasants,
So
camels, war. Like okay, I don't know anything of what the fuck you just said. So if you want to just kind of elaborate a little bit on the peasants that rode the camels during the war, then I would love to hear the rest of the story. So at least if you're going to give me that, follow up with the whole thing. Go for it. The peasants, camels, and war. Got it.
exactly, and sunshine and trees, and
Yep.
basically it came down to saving well oil and candles. So when the days started shifting, and because they were poor and there wasn't electricity around at that time, it's to conserve items. That's basically where it came down to.
But I don't understand why though, because you could see it's dark outside, right? So you turn on your light, and if it's bright, you
Yeah, that
turn
doesn't
it
make any
off, right?
sense.
Yeah.
Oh, because they had less resources back then, so they changed the
You
hours.
couldn't
You
look
would
out the
turn into
window?
bed.
Are you talking about changing their hours like the shop that sold the gas? Or are you talking like what? I don't understand.
No,
It,
general society, so it would close faster and would use less resources to turn on a light. Now we have electricity. Then it was petroleum oil and
wait,
candle wax.
what to close faster?
Everything, because you
What do you
change
mean
your
every
hours.
like
So we
stores?
stores, just
You're saying,
of it.
okay, well, give me a year. Give me a year that daylight savings time was put in. What are you going to
I
say?
have no idea.
400
I have no
BC?
idea.
No.
No, later.
I mean,
Not even close
give
to
me a
that.
date, like something 900, 1125. Like what?
I want to look it up. Do not sound like a dumbass.
Wait, when did it happen? Is it modern?
I'm gonna have a guess 1800s.
1800s. Not a bad guess. Not.
Yeah, I would say
I'm gonna
so.
guess 1945.
No way. That late?
Just give me a fucking date then.
Go, Matthew.
1966. Thank you, Stan.
Really? Oh wow. That makes no sense then.
1895.
Oh, no.
Apparently, nobody knows the answer. Jesus Christ. When did DST start in USA? Okay,
It's also mostly done for farmers, right?
Yeah, that's what I was under the assumption.
So they could, yeah.
1916, Jay.
yeah, April
April
30th, 1916.
Hmm.
And it
Nice.
was,
So 100
wow. And you know who started it? The fucking Hungarians, man.
Nice.
Ooh.
Fucking Hungarians. Yes.
Oh, the first country was Germany.
See,
Apparently.
this says
The
here.
Austrian it says the German Empire and Austria-Hungary.
Yeah.
To maximize
Starting on 30,
resources
listen,
during.
listen. 1908, Port Arthur and Ontario Care near Thunder Bay started using daylight saving time. Starting on 30th of April 1916, the German Empire and Austria each organized the first nationwide implementation in their jurisdictions. Many countries have used DST at various times since then, particularly since the 1970s. Christ, that makes no sense. So, your reasoning was right, the energy. I guess 1916 is when it went global, and then 1908 is the first time that it was used. So I guess the answer would be I don't know. It doesn't really fucking matter. So it's been, I don't know,
Almost 100 years.
more than 100 years.
Well, since the
So
70s.
it's a comfort thing?
Less.
No,
Like,
since 1908.
Yeah, since 1908, well over 100 years. We
Yeah,
don't need
and
it
I guess
anymore.
they had enough of it. They're like, this is ridiculous. It's because it fucks everybody's schedule off. For what? Like, for what is the purpose of it now?
It costs a lot of money in people showing up late at work and stuff like that, and it has no use anymore
Yeah.
because the time you save in the morning, like Belgium, they try to tell us, oh, but you're still safe because the street lights are burning later, or the electricity for the street lights.
Okay, so you just
But
look at the month and say this month it looks like power's gonna go up by $20. It's like you had an extra hot day of an air conditioner running. Like, who gives a shit? It's such a it's so stupid.
Yeah, the hour you win in the morning, you lose in the evening because it's darker and earlier. So
Yeah.
it's a zero
Stays the same.
operation.
And apparently, I
It's-
think
it's-
Bree was saying Florida does not want to do it. Like they don't.
Huh.
They don't want to cancel it, or
They don't want to get rid of it. I don't understand. But it's apparently it's past Senate. So if it's past Senate, then it's got to be signed by the president. But I think it's past House and it has to be signed by the Senate. And then because you have a panel of House, Senate, and then the president signs it, and then it's law. So if that is the case, then it's gone. But this shit needs to stop. Like I think it's such a dumb thing.
I don't
In
I
today's
don't
day and
mind
age,
particularly.
makes no
It's
sense.
just the changing that's stupid. Like
You don't.
pick-
It doesn't
pick
fuck
a-
up your sleep schedule.
It's usually
It's
messed
fucked
up.
up
So no. It's just the I don't like it changing. Pick one and stick with it. I don't mind which one it is. Just pick one and stay with it.
Yeah, that's it.
It has no place anymore. We're not preserving our our goods or our energy. It doesn't matter. I mean, we use more electricity now than back then. We don't have nobody uses candles anymore. or petroleum,
1908. What the
unless you're
fuck was
trying to
happening? And
knock the
what was
boots.
what was? Oh, that's what I'm talking about. I heard knock the boots. What was happening in 1908 where they were like, don't burn that wax? Like what? There's not even a war. Like it's 1908. I got nothing. I think it's stupid. Whatever, just fucked up my shit. I want to have a topic today. We're gonna have a discussion. It's gonna be fun. First off, fuck you, Jordan. All right, I've been waiting all fucking week for this shit, all week. So we're gonna go right now. Explain to me, please. And I don't want Matthew's explanation. I don't need the internet's explanation. I need your explanation. Explain to me how a song that you listen to, your death metal fucking garbage screaming, has any type of emotional connection whatsoever. You got me out here looking like a thrash metal fucking junkie, listening to songs, trying to find the most emotional fucking... I've had headaches for 4 days straight. Every hour on the hour, I play one song from a random death metal group. I can no longer play my speakers like I used to. I think one is popped and the other one gave up. Okay, so you're gonna
That means it's working.
you're gonna need to tell me what the fuck. Like, how do you get any emotional connection to that horse shit? And why, before you answer that, another question to follow up, why is it that a lot of Europeans like that shit and a lot of Americans don't? Take it away, Jordan.
Okay, my initial thing, if you see, like, if you look at America in general, I'm gonna use generalizations, not specific people, is you tend to vent out your frustration. You like to yell at your cashiers, yell at your waitresses. We don't do that. We keep it all bottled up. So we use that anger and that frustration in our music so we can relate. So we don't really have to hurt anyone unless they want to. I think it's relaxing, but keep in mind, I mean, we've discussed this before.
No,
No.
we've never discussed this on a live video.
No,
Never.
not in a live.
Yeah,
but-
because I want
Yeah.
to see your fucking face when you talk this shit. Go.
Okay. What I did say, and I think you realize this as well, it's the majority of what I listen to, but if you would look at all the CDs I have and all the vinyl that I have and the playlists that I have, it's a wide spectrum. Most of it is on the heavier side, but I listen to a wide variety of music.
Okay. You answered one of my 3 questions. Let me try this again. What happened into your life where you have no enjoyment or appreciation for music?
Oh, I do. I appreciate music.
Okay,
a
all
lot.
right, fine. Follow up to that question, and if you enjoy this, what do you look like when you're listening to it? Like when yeah, Spade, you get where I'm going.
Oh,
when
no.
I
No,
listen,
not really.
wait. Let me finish, fucking death metal head. Like, yeah. Right.
There you go. Just like that. But that's what they like, though. That's what they want. They want their hair
that-
low.
If that is calm and relaxed, then I must be close to dead, because I want to see what hyper is, number one. And number two, like, how do you like when I listen to a song, I just kind of get into the groove of it. No matter what it is, this is the beat you're always going to be. And no matter what, it could be R&B, it could be, it's 4 chords, right?
Everything.
But with your shit, it's like 1 chord. It's dang, 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 dang. If
That's
speed,
the genre. That's the specific genre you're looking at. There are so many sub categories of. You have melodic metal. That's
Right, but that's not what he's
opera
talking
singers.
that's
about.
you're not gonna want to
Talking
pick
about
up.
death and
now.
black metal. Black and death metal are super heavy, where you can't even understand the words that are coming
The
out of their
shit
mouth. All
that
you hear is
fucking the shit that Jorn gave me, that pig ass foot eat shit. He's like, you gotta listen to this. When I put that motherfucker on, I want to hear someone sing that song. Go, do it a cappella. Take it away. I want to
But
hear.
it's Russian.
Yeah. Oh, but it's still a good song. How can if you have no idea what in the fuck they're saying in the song, what makes it good? Legitimate question. What makes it good? If you the lyrics could be talking about pedophiles, like it could be talking about anything. You don't know.
Pedophiles.
Right. I'm just saying, how do you know that that's a good song? Because of the actual instruments? That's what dictates a good song?
To them,
Yeah,
but they're going
basically.
by the beat of the music, no?
But there
I'm
is
going
no
by-
beat. Yo, like, have you guys ever seen a video of 4 chords?
Yeah.
Okay. Where every song is 4 chords. He goes into
Yeah.
Journey to Britney Spears and Christina.
Yeah.
And it's true. 99% of songs are 4 chords. Boom, 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 boom. Okay.
Yeah.
With death metal, I'm not talking about groove metal. I'm not talking. Slipknot, I can understand at least half the shit you say. But with the shit, okay, so I listened to about 20 songs of that group that you sent me. The one that you sent me is probably the most tame out of them all. Okay?
Yes.
And that's not saying a lot. Like that's
I
bad.
wanted to start you off like.
Oh, you wanted
on
to
mellow
ease
side.
me in, put a little Vaseline
Yes.
around my asshole before you shoved your cock in. Got it. But when there has to be something in English, or I have to be able to understand something. But it's not even words, bro. Even if that wasn't English, and there are English speaking or American speaking bands that yell into the mic, you can't understand anything. Like, and you can't.
Just so we're clear, what link did you send him? What group?
Slaughter to Prevail, Baba Yaga.
That
I
sounds
have
great.
the album
Just
signed
the band
if you
name
want to
alone.
see it.
Would you say the what? The album what?
I have the album
Baba Yaga.
signed if you want to see it.
Oh, you're proud of this?
Oh yeah.
Have you heard this shit, Matthew?
That's pretty heavy.
Heavy, bro. Heavy. Heavy's not even a right. That shit's massive. It weighs as much as a house. Like I can and I'm like, this is good music to somebody? And I'm not trying to hate on
Relaxing.
opinions. It's relaxing. Okay, if that is
That's the
relaxing,
question.
what gives you anxiety?
Britney Spears.
No,
Britney
that
Spears
one
gives him anxiety.
crossbow sent over. That gave me anxiety.
Really? But when you're listening to that Hobson one, me and Bree went downstairs, and you know how we feel about God. So we're listening to it, and it's. I think it's beautiful because it's telling a story. Starting off not believing to believing to gave up faith, and there's a message, and you can understand whether you like the music or not. Take the music away. You're not gonna. There's no way to bob your head to that anyway because there's no beat. It's just poetry with an occasional beat drop. You didn't like that. See, to me, oh God, see, I got so much love for you, Jordan, but this is gonna hurt really bad coming from me. And I know you got thick skin, and I know you'll drop a pin, but I have to say this: if that song particularly, what are you doing? Taking pictures? Taking a mental note? What were you doing? If you have to drop a pin, no, seriously. If you listen to that and it bothers you, this is gonna sound so mean coming out of my mouth.
Just say it. I
You
can take
have
it.
zero intellectual ability.
No, that didn't hurt. I know this already. That really didn't hurt.
But the problem is, Jordan, is I thought you were better than that.
Most people do. Eventually, time passes, and then people see the real me.
No, because I got you know how I feel about you. I got nothing but love, but it's like you can enjoy fucking that screaming shit, but the let's just say it wasn't about God. Let's say it was about because you said to me, Jay, I don't like rap. Do you remember why you said you don't like rap? What did you say?
Mhm.
Bitches, weed, rims,
Mhm.
and that so true. But that had none of that.
No, I agree.
You
agree.
said
The
the
message
part
was-
that him and I found this ironic. You said the part that he's screaming at the mic is bad. Who the fuck, bitch? Every song you listen to, they're screaming
No.
on the microphone.
That's not something I typed.
Oh,
No,
you
I
didn't type that? The screaming part?
No.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Because someone said that, and I thought it was you. And I was like, I know you ain't talking about scream. That shit you just sent me is 100% screaming. The whole thing, like from start
Yeah,
to end.
Because
Okay.
I doubled down.
Okay.
I was like, yeah, the reason why I didn't like it was because he was trying to portray frustration and anger, and I didn't buy it.
Well, correct me if I'm wrong, but isn't black metal and death metal, didn't it originate in Europe and not in the
Oh, yeah.
States?
It did,
Yeah,
really?
Yeah.
that makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
Why though? Why
Even
are
Belgium-
Europeans so fucking dark? I understand your weather shit. I get that, but why? Like
Dark and
even
angry.
Hitler,
Belgium
even
is a
Stalin.
place-
Why is it? Why is there so much negative shit that comes from
Belgium
that part
is
of the
known for
world?
metal bands. Belgium is known for metal
Mhm.
bands getting famous or starting to get famous.
Why though? Why?
Because there's a
Because
lot
they're
of people
angry.
who listen to metal in Belgium, apparently, and a lot of the groups get famous in the
It's
festivals.
weird to have a genre of music designed for one area of the world. You know, something like folk or country that's like southern United States. Like there's areas for it, but for death metal, particularly every European, you guys like, oh yeah, you heard that new one where he like rapes the pig and fucks his mom. Yo,
I think I've heard
shit
that
was
song.
good. The guy was eating a fucking foot, man, on the video. Eating a foot. There's another video where I don't even know how to put this politely. I know we're on YouTube and not Twitch, and I'm on a secondary account, so I really don't give a shit. But where a woman had looked like she was getting hippoed, and that was the video, and I'm like, oh, and there's monetization on this? She wasn't, but like they were ripping up her clothes and shit. Oh my god, what the fuck is this?
So maybe John
Rammstein
is
has
right.
a clip where he hippos some
Yeah.
girl.
So maybe
Oh, you
John
know this
has
video, the
artistic
one I'm talking
liberties.
about?
Oh yeah, artistic liberties.
Okay, you have to draw a line though. Okay,
Of course.
I mean, there's a point. I understand art allows you to, and so does comedy. It allows you to unlock. Just like in comedy, there are lines that are not crossed. Racism is not it. Making fun of a disease, it's kind of always just been a line. You know, like a disease, like a death disease. I'm not saying that comedians haven't crossed it, but you won't see Eddie Murphy, even in Delirious and Raw, which he's raw. You won't see him make fun of like people with cancer. You just won't.
Yeah, that's
Again, it has happened, but it's very rare. So, because you're in that field of death metal, and it is, I guess, gruesome. Maybe not gruesome is not the right word. Loud, that it excuses you to do things that would go with that.
I believe so too. Like in all honesty, if you heard that first song I sent to you, and the guy was just hopping around in a flower field, it wouldn't really match the music. Like you would be really
Right.
confused.
Right, but like what? So the lyrics of that song, that what did you call it? Baba Yos?
Baba Yaga.
Baba Yaga.
that's
Okay,
Boogeyman.
is that what it means?
Yeah.
Well, that's mistranslated from John Wick, but yeah.
Yeah.
If it's mistranslated, then what's a
Isn't
proper?
it Russian then?
It's a children's story.
Okay.
I don't
All right,
know.
so with the
exact
song
story.
itself, right? If you were to calm it down and do a love emotional version of it, so take the same exact words. There has to be somebody that did a rendition of this a cappella. Like there has to be somewhere. And I'd be interested, like that Slipknot Snuff song. So, would you consider Slipknot Snuff hard?
No, Slipknot in general.
Like
hard
what
to me.
on your hard scale? 10 being that Baba Yaga. Well, what would that be on your scale, the Baba Yaga?
4, Baba Yaga 7 or 8.
Okay.
Slipknot a 4 or 5.
And what would be a 10 to you?
Here we go. Here you go. The most gruesome band ever.
No, not really, but they're technically like they're the better musicians. My favorite one of them is All Shall Perish.
What?
I don't
Say
know.
that again.
All
shall
shall perish.
perish.
All Shall Perish.
All
Oh,
shall
All Shall
perish.
Perish.
Great name.
Oh,
Everybody's dying tonight. That's the name of the group. Great. So it just sounds so upbeat. Like I just want to play that for my wedding song. But
Yes.
when you listen, what did you play for your wedding song, by the way? Did you guys eat
Oh, we
people
didn't.
when you were done with the reception?
Trying to think. No, not really.
Well, what did you listen to? Like what was did you have a wedding song?
No.
Okay, if you had a wedding song, would it have been some death metal shit?
Probably.
Why? How is that romantic?
There are some. Yeah, I would have found a song.
and have everybody at the wedding like, what the hell is this? The
Yes.
speaker's broken. Are the speakers
Yes,
broken?
like is this is seriously what they're dancing to? What are they saying? You know,
But
like
you can't really dance to that though.
that's
You
what I'm
just-
saying. What do you That's why I asked him, what do you do when that's playing? Like, what do you do? Oh, really?
Air guitar, air drums, or just
wait,
bobbing
did
your
you
head
just
like
say
the same
air
person.
guitar?
Yeah,
All right there, Bill and
or
Ted.
air drums.
So
Yeah, you bang your head.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I could get down with some like Aerosmith or some Guns N' Roses or Black
That's too
Sabbath,
soft for him.
AC/DC, but when you can't, I'd be willing to bet. I guess because the argument would be as mainstream. Now that might be mainstream for you in Belgium. Do they play that shit on the radio?
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Do you have a lot of
Yeah,
people
yeah.
that die randomly in Belgium? Because I feel like if someone is listening to that shit while they're driving, they're in a bulldozer running over children.
No, exactly.
Not
The
anymore.
opposite.
So you got people like old ladies at a traffic light jamming out to that shit.
Oh, I
Come
don't
on
think
now.
so.
Come
No.
see, I don't believe that.
Matthew, come on. You wouldn't see it.
You would see an old person at a light waiting for it to turn green with that shit blaring in their Toyota Yaris.
Wait, what's the age gap of old
Yeah.
people?
No fucking
do.
way, bro. I don't believe it. I know you guys tell the truth, but I just can't see it. I can't see.
No.
You're saying no, you wouldn't see it.
No.
Okay,
I've
so
never-
what
If you-
bracket does it kind of end? 50s?
Well, and if this is the thing.
If you
right?
were to go to
In
one of their
general,
concerts, what's the oldest person you're going to see? An Allen or a
Oh.
Bray?
60,
Oh,
65.
You might see.
you might anything
see
in
now.
between. You would see 16, 18 to 50.
Sure,
to 60.
that's fine. I'm saying, will you see any older people at these?
Yeah.
Okay.
At the concerts, yeah.
Yeah, it's
What do
embedded in
they
in the
do while the
production
music's
here.
playing? Do they dance too?
Oh, they just use their walking stick and just.
Head bob.
Are there a lot of fights in these concerts?
No.
Never. I've been to a lot, and I've seen a lot of people get hurt, but it's always friendly. Like they pick them back up and throw them back in there.
I'll do even better. If you go to a heavy metal concert, and I've always said this, you fall down, somebody will pick you up
Yes.
and put you straight. If you go to a pop festival with different genres of music, they will stand on your head to get a better view of the
Yeah,
stage.
It's true.
And that's not I'm not kidding, because most people think, oh, they're all dark and leather and pins and everything. That's the wrong impression. Like Graspop, one year they had 100,000 visitors in a weekend, and they had 2 people they had to deny access because of fighting. 2. That's it. If you don't go into the mosh pit, you don't go into the mosh pit. You're left alone. And
But
actually,
you know
the
what I
mosh
don't
pit
understand
isn't
about a mosh pit?
fighting. What?
The one thing I don't understand about a mosh pit is why is everybody running in a circle? Everyone's just running in a
That's
circle.
not a
circle
mosh
pit.
pit. That's a
That's a
circle
circle
pit.
pit.
Come on, Spade,
Yeah.
you're
Oh, a
better than
circle pit.
this.
Sorry. My
sorry.
apologies. A circle pit.
There's a difference.
Yeah.
Oh yes.
You have waves.
I always
so-
called
So
it a
one
mosh pit.
place ring around the rosy to fucking death metal. The other ones are like beating you up and playing doctor in the mosh pit. That's what that's wow. Okay. Yeah, you're not confused at all. You seem like you got all your ducks in a row.
But okay.
You seem
so
to got it all
when-
figured out. Like okay.
Matthew,
Basically.
'cause I've been to a couple of shows, and what Matthew says is correct. People fall down, they'll help them pick them up. When they're
Yeah, but watch
everyone's
this.
just jumping.
Watch this, babe.
and running
Bullshit.
around.
You haven't been to a couple shows. What groups have you been to? That's where I was going to go with this. What group have you gone to that you saw these circle pits or mosh pits?
I've gone to a lot. I've gone to like Black Label Society. Some of the people that opened up for Black Label Society were hardcore like
Okay, is
that.
Black Label death metal?
No, it's a groove metal. I think it
So
is.
like Slipknot. That's groove metal.
No, it's a bit heavier. I would say it's more like
Okay, so go ahead. Black Label Society. You don't
similar
have to
to
give
a
me
Black
a
Sabbath.
definition of a genre. You're boring me. Go. What's the next one?
Okay. Oh,
What's
I
the
don't
next
know.
one?
Well, most of the ones most of the ones that we went to were Black Label Society and the other people that were opening up for them. We went to one that was from Jersey.
Okay, so nothing. Here's my argument. There's nothing mainstream that's death metal. At least not in America.
Metal in general is not mainstream to what we would consider mainstream, as in pop and hip hop.
No.
Exactly.
Metallica is mainstream. Megadeth
That's
was
not really
mainstream.
metal anymore.
Iron Maiden was mainstream. Led Zeppelin. I don't know if
It's a
anyone-
different type. That's why, because they're softer metals. That's why.
Okay, first off, Metallica is known as heavy metal and thrash metal.
Mhm.
That's
Right.
definition. So if
At
What
a
we're
certain
talking
point,
about
they
right
were-
now.
at a certain
what we're
point,
talking about
yes,
right now is the
their
heavier
Black album was very heavy, very. And we're gonna say that genres change. If anything, I'd say they start adding genres because they don't know, they don't know what bracket
They
they're
are.
into.
They're
groove
changing
metal.
up.
I didn't know what the fuck that was. I'm like, what is Slipknot? I think of heavy metal, like not death metal. Death
You're
metal
looking at
to
the
me
main
is
genre,
like what
that's
he
why.
sent me. What George sent me is death metal.
Yeah.
The only answer to that playing is someone's gonna die in about 30 seconds. And it's probably the guy that's foot's on the tape. And it's not a matter of me saying that you're not smart in other fields. I just feel like with music, you're not intellectual because I don't think you should be able to listen. Do you know they did a study that if you get goosebumps with a certain song or certain words, that a certain part of your brain works over other people. Meaning if you're in a group of 10 people, okay, and we're listening to one song, and one person is fidgety, they're playing with shit, another person is, I don't know, staring off into fucking middle of nowhere. 1 to 2 out of that 10, they say 10 to 20% of people can actually feel music. Not feel it like with your hands, but feel it emotionally. Meaning that you'll get goosebumps, your nipples will get hard, you'll get turned on, it'll be erotic, and it's just you. There's nothing between you and that person. There's no woman, there's no man. It's just you and you hearing that music, and you get emotional. You'll cry. But I feel like if that's it explains so much about you, Jordan. And I'm not trying to be a smartass, but it explains why you have no joys in your life because you listen to that bullshit. Right? But at the same time, if you shut the rest of that off and you open up, you may be happier. That's my advice. Because if you think that's good, then I like shit. All the stuff that I like is absolute garbage.
See, we found some middle ground.
No, I found the middle ground, not you. You're the one that is so stuck on that bullshit. Bro, I'm not joking. I listen to that probably more than I'd like to admit. not to enjoy the genre, not that at all.
To research it.
Or to find something that I could understand what was happening. Like, give me a story. You gave me nothing. Nothing. Even if it wasn't English. Like, did you look up that group I told you about, Sheer Terror? The people that I saw in concert? Remember the American group?
I have to look it up.
Sheer Terror. The guy was eating fucking live birds on the stage.
Wow.
It kind of leaves a lasting impression. Like, this music is bad. If you got to start eating a live animal,
But, I mean, Ozzy did it.
no. Ozzy bit a bat. Let's not fuck this up. This guy was eating pigeons on a stage. It's not quite the same. Like, I could bite a giraffe real quick. I might get my ass kicked, but I could bite him. This guy was eating fucking pigeons, bro. Like a pig, like a dove. And he got the mic on it and he bites the guts out of the center. And people, okay, stop it.
Like we're
Stop
talking
that
about like
shit.
literally chewing it, swallowing
Oh
it.
yeah.
and
Oh, I
everything.
don't think he swallowed it, but he chewed it
Oh.
and he ripped it off. He saw the fucking feathers and the weird noises it would make. It was just I saw this live. This was way too fucking dark. But again, it's not a mainstream band. It was like I don't even know what you call it. Some people that I don't need Jesus.
By the way, Ozzy and the bat, that was a mistake because he thought
Yep.
it was not. He didn't know it was a real one. He thought it was a prop.
Okay, so that even
Regardless of-
makes my story even better. I thought it was shit, it bit me back. But with this guy had I don't know, pigeon, dove, whatever the fuck goes. That is what he bit and chewed it.
That's
You can't sing with intestines in your mouth, man.
Makes it more difficult. I'll agree.
That doesn't really make anything more difficult. You're just yelling anyway. You've seen Jason Colin Levin chew filet mignon while trying to talk. That's what sheer terror sounded like. Like he was fucking drowning, trying to sing a song. Oh my God, bro.
You're selling tickets now.
That'd be a great show.
Well, he did play
Yeah,
for
that's
Jimmy,
really too much.
didn't he?
Who played?
He did play.
Oh yeah, he hooked up Jimmy's guitar. Yeah, I guess if that's so. What do you guys watch? You guys in Belgium, like on TV? Do you
I
watch
don't
that
have
at
it.
those educational channels? How to do surgery?
No, most of the time, the last thing I watched was Netflix series. Was the disappearance of MH370 because we're gonna fly out in a couple of weeks, and I thought, well,
Of
plane
course.
crash investigations for my
Sure.
wife and stuff like that. And then the other one was I actually liked that one more. Was the Murdoch murder case in the States? That was a
So
good documentary.
case in point, you're looking at all dark, gory death shit.
Oh, it wasn't really gore. I like you.
You
have
got
the same thing.
200 and
I like-
fucking 26 people dead on an airplane missing somewhere. What would you consider that?
That's gory.
Oh no, that wasn't about the people that it's just it blew my mind that we're in this age of sophistication and we still can't find it. Like you said, we want to look at the stars, but we don't look in the ocean. I felt the
Amen.
exact same way. So
Amen.
we can look into space, but we can't for some reason find this plane on this planet. What what are we doing?
And those are lives
And,
that lost. Those are lives that lost.
Yeah.
That's not, that's nothing to shake a stick at. It's not like, an animal's extinct. Okay, we'll move forward. We could copy it. You got people
But
that
don't
have no
watch the
answers.
series.
Well, I
Don't
started
watch
watching the
series.
first two, but the point is that, you have people that are lost and you just kind of gave up hope. Okay. But that's not even the only plane. There's so many planes that the TWA, what was it, TWA 800? They still never found anything. That's one that's just, you got a fucking plane that is at what, 198 people? Gone. Where did it go? It's just, and that's that whole Bermuda Triangle. Yeah, okay. Okay. So why doesn't someone take a ship to Bermuda Triangle, jump overboard, and find all this shit? You know how much jewelry's got to be down? You got all those
That's a lot of
planes.
gold.
Bro, fuck a chest from a pirate. Just go dig up some shit. Take the Rolexes off the watch, the wrists. Yo, you're getting paid, bro.
Just jump in the water, drop a pin, let them pick you up.
There it is. Take a
and you're golden.
picture. Take a picture to prove you were there. You know, because no one's gonna believe you otherwise. I got nothing. I just feel
Ships seem
bad
to
for you
disappear
guys.
in the Berm- Ships seem to disappear in the Bermuda Triangle as well. So
You really
not the
believe
best
that
idea.
shit? Like you really believe that? Really?
oh, the amount of ships gone missing is actually really it is higher than the average over the
I
rest of the
understand
seas.
that, but you want to put a justification and a reason behind everything. Not you, but people do. Like that documentary
Yeah.
about that MH718 or whatever it was. People want to put a reason behind it. How about things just happen, man? You know, instead of finding out why it happens, kind of just accept. But everybody wants an explanation for shit. Same thing with UFOs. Everybody wants an explanation. Want an explanation about God. How about just simple enough? It is what it is, man. Just fucking ships.
And nobody knows.
And that's
Nobody
not
actually
really
knows.
how we
don't know
got
shit
to
about
the
the Bermuda
place where we
Triangle.
at.
There's 12 people talking. Try again. I heard
So
what Matthew
nobody knows because we actually don't know what the cause is in the Bermuda Triangle. There's magnetic anomalies, which could have something to do with it. There's gaseous bottom, which could have something to do with it. There is lava or volcanic activity, but nobody can really say, oh, it's because of this. It's all speculation.
So then if nobody can say that, then nobody could say that it's the Bermuda Triangle.
Yeah,
Well,
but
it's happening around that area. That's why
Listen
they say
to what I just said.
the area.
I understand what you're saying. But how do you know it didn't happen outside of the Bermuda Triangle? Like right outside of it. How do you know it didn't happen 10 miles away from it? And it's just in that general area. So we're just going to make the Bermuda Triangle a little bit bigger this year because more ships disappeared on the island. You understand what I'm saying? Like every year, the triangle started out on a map about this fucking big. 10 ships lost. Okay. Now you look at a fucking globe and it's basically a continent. What the fuck happened? It's just say that lower threshold of the earth, shit disappears. But okay. Then why? Here's also another good question. If Bermuda Triangle is real, why the fuck do people still go to Bermuda? Something will tell you, hey man, you know, if I get on this ship, there's a
Not a wise
possibility
decision.
I'm going to go to a different dimension. Okay, let's go sail this. White people. White people do that shit. That's the. You won't see no black dude on a ship be like, yeah, fuck it. I'm going to take a risk. It's always the white people. That's not even racism. That's real. White people always step over that line and just got to be a little bit extra. Like, look at the white guy in the safari. He's got the fucking camera. He wants to get inside of the lion's fucking face. I'm in the belly of the beast. You know, like he's going to eat you. Like, move.
Get inside.
It's always white people, bro. Like, they don't. And that's not a good thing. That's too much pride. Too much non-self-awareness, whatever. I'm just saying, if there's that problem, why do people keep going to Bermuda then? Why? Why do you go?
Then
You have
again,
to go to the triangle
Look at a
to get
horror
there.
movie. Then again, look at a horror movie and see the first person who dies, who that usually is.
It's always the black people. You got to get rid of the bad
But then
actors
again-
somehow.
but then-
Look,
But
it's
then-
just.
but-
Go ahead.
but then again, we are the ones that always suggest let's split up. That's the first thing we do.
That's what I'm saying. It's white people. You think you got balls, bro. Listen, we're better off as a group, okay? If there's two killers, even if there's one, and I never understood that with movies. Here you go, final credits. Terrible show, by the way. Terrible green screen, whatever the fuck you guys did with the chairs. It looks ridiculous. And then the next video, you don't have it. So sort your shit a little bit better. So I never understood this with movies, how if you have one killer, Just one guy. He's out there just eating people, whatever. I don't care how strong that guy could beat Bruce Lee. If you got 6 people, why are you scared of one dude? You really think Bruce Lee could fight off 6 common sense people? Come on, you're not that fast. You're not that fast, bro. But in all these movies, they always it's like clockwork. Like we'll watch a movie, me and Bree, and she starts to hide underneath the blankets and shit. I'm like, she's gonna close the prescription cabinet door, and then there's gonna be a fucking person behind her. In 5, 4, 3, 2. Ah! It's like so predictable, you know.
Or the one with, oh, we know there's a killer. We heard something in the basement. Oh, let's go and
take
look.
a look.
Oh, the lights are out in the basement, but let's still go downstairs.
No flashlights.
Same thing with the Bermuda.
No
Triangle,
flashlights.
right? It's
The same thing with
Let's
Bermuda
go.
Triangle. Oh my God, ships are falling apart. Let's go see. It's like, oh my God, there's a shooter outside my house. Let me go talk to him. See if he wants a drink. Like, what the fuck, bro? Like, oh my God, there's a rapist in the park. Let me go for a jog. Like what do you I don't get it. I don't get people, man. Like whatever.
Is it to feel alive?
Well, you gonna feel alive once you come face to
For a
face.
second.
I never understood that.
Well, is it safe to say that you're trying to say that white people are more curious, so they'll do stupid things
Not
in order
curious.
to figure out?
Curious is, I wonder if that's true. Let me look that up. Curious is not like, oh, there's a killer outside. Let me go get the cherries from the tree before the sun rises. That's not curious. That's stupidity. There's a big difference. I mean, if you want to dumb it down to curious, sure. But it's true. I mean, it's look at people. Look at
Horror
hippies.
trope, yeah.
Look at forget movies. Look at hippies. Or anybody that does drugs. Typically speaking, look at homeless people. Look at homeless people that do drugs. What color is their skin? Typically speaking, statistic-wise, it's white people. It's just like suicide. Suicide is more prone to people that are of wealth. Those are statistical. I don't know how you explain that, but that's what the answer is. So if you see people, if you go to a party, you and a bunch of you, Pancakes, Joey, and whoever the fuck the rest you guys are all chilling out there, Spade. You know, you're about ready to watch your movie. This is a bad example because none of you do this. I'm sure you don't. But what do people do at a party? See how much drugs I could take to get fucked up, and then what's that border? You know, like let me get to that line, and then once they get to that line, they tiptoe over it. You know, they kind of put their foot in there. Let me see. Let me take a little bit more. That's how you end up dead. That's typically white. That's
So they're thrill seekers is what you're saying.
Yeah, maybe dangerous,
Stupid,
carefree, pretentious.
No, I don't think it's carefree.
What?
Carefree might be I don't know about that. That carefree means like you're happy.
It sure as in fuck you're not caring. Because if you,
I guess.
I would say numb,
I don't,
and you would use that to feel something.
Yeah, I would agree with that. Because that's what it is. I mean, you're trying to go out of your element.
If you want to get ahead, you have to take risks, right?
Okay, I'm not talking about taking risks is not getting out of the safari truck that's all caged up by lions, getting out and filming the lion face to face. Like that's not that there's okay, what's the reward? To get the first ever shot of the lion's stomach lining? Like what is the goal of that shot? Yeah, get a better lens and you can stay in the truck and get up in his
zoom
ass.
in.
Right? Like, okay, you don't need to get out and do like a fucking portrait or a selfie with like a male lion that just won that pride. Check this out, guys. Here I am with fucking George. He sounds pretty hungry.
Or put your head in
That's
the
it, man.
alligator, like
You have
hold the alligator
calculated risk.
open and you stick your head in. Why?
Well, what color were the people that would do that shit?
Why?
I rest my case. Now you see what I'm putting down.
No, you're right.
You won't see no
Those are
dude from
great.
Mexico putting his fucking head inside of a gator's mouth. He knows that gator gonna bite. You're gonna have no head. The white dude's like, let me see if he got some cavities. Like,
I want to twist this.
bro,
I
you
wanna
can
twist
do
this
anything
because
else.
it's
About, you
negative.
can ride it. Nah, let me look at that.
I want to twist this because it's all negative. I feel like we have a more winner's mentality. We want to be first.
Yes, but is it? But what do you gain out of being first? The notoriety.
Being first.
Notoriety.
Get to be
Notoriety.
known? The
Notoriety.
notoriety, right?
Yeah.
So is that what you're getting? Like, but what is that going to get you? Like, maybe a couple of clicks, a couple of views more. You're putting your life at risk, at danger. You could die, but yet you're like, oh yeah, let me.
Well, look
Look what I could do.
Look, watch this. Steve Irwin, is that his name?
Yeah. He was one of the
Manta Ray.
biggest names in
White dude.
safari or wildlife. Yeah,
White dude.
from Australia, no?
Let me just swim above this stingray. I've pet crocodiles and ate pufferfish. I'm just gonna swim above this guy and then thump. That's a wrap, Jack. Right? I mean, that aiming, you couldn't have been better. What was that? Right through the fucking heart, right? Like literally.
Yeah.
That's not a mistake, man. If that doesn't show you that when your time is up, your time is up. Like, it wasn't like, I got an infection. I don't know what to do. Let me get to the hospital. Oh, instant death.
Yeah, that,
Right? Because he died in the water with the stingray, no? Like in the
I believe
water.
so.
Yep.
Yeah, from a stingray. Yeah.
My man is
Well, the stingray was
wrestled
like, I'm
alligators,
killing you.
man. Wrestled alligators and you die by a fucking fish.
you would buy fish.
That
was a
precision.
big
That's like
animal.
samurai shit, man. Or what was that? Kill Bill with the finger pop, 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 where you shut the valves off? Stingray wasn't
Yeah.
fucking around. Watch this shit. You want to get on TV and show my little baby stingrays? I'm going to show you how I do it.
Done.
Like I was crazy, but it's a white dude. I'm just saying. I mean, can you give me one example of somebody that goes out and rides giraffes that's not white? No, because everybody's smarter. I know it sounds like I'm putting down the white human race, but look, death metal.
Well-
You know, where does it end? Where does it end? Where does
It doesn't end. It'll just keep going, and then
Until there's no white people left,
Eventually
because we're all dying for doing
yeah,
stupid
so-
fucking jobs and nobody gives a shit about.
Well, jobs.
And people argue, oh, he loved what he did, so he died in his job. You think I want to die vaping? Like, I love vaping. You think I want to die with a vape in my mouth? No, don't get it fucked up. I love it, but I don't love it that much. People try to justify shit, man. They justify it. Just like that death metal. You justify the circle pits and the mosh pits and I'm sure you have a thing called death pits.
Not yet,
That's
but
what
it
you're
sounds
actually like?
cool. What is it?
Hey, sounds cool. Wait till you come to Florida. You're going to be listening to country. You're going to have onions in your mouth and you'll wear a cowboy hat. Shorts and spurs.
Nice. Nice.
You will be
Basically
unrecognizable
a
when
gay
you come here.
cowboy.
Unrecognizable.
I feel like I'm gonna become a
and
gay
skinny
cowboy from your description.
A gay cowboy.
Like cut down jeans, spurs, and a cowboy.
Nice.
hat.
Like
Jesus.
Brokeback Mountain shit. Start sleeping in a tent
Ooh.
together, and before you know it. You know, I've never seen that movie. All I just know is that
Me
two dudes fucked. Right? Or did they just love each other?
Both.
Haven't seen it.
Wait, there was a scene where they.
Nope. Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Kissed at least.
Nah,
Kiss.
whatever. No. I'm
it's
talking about.
implemented. It's implement like you think that they're doing it.
Okay, but there's
Are
no
there
cutscene.
cameras on the tent?
There's no cutscene thighs on butt cheeks.
No, not that I
Okay,
remember.
so we don't know.
Never
I don't know
spoke
how
to
else
me
you break a
to
back
watch
in a
them.
mountain. I would assume. I mean, it's kind of in the title, Broke Back Mountain. I broke his back on the mountain. Like, it's kind of in the title. Like, you know what you're getting into. Like, you ain't my crank. I'll flood your mouth. It's not about a dam that needs a valve. I mean, like, you kind of get, it's in the title. Like, I didn't know what you were putting on.
Oh.
Suck my dick. I'll jizz in your face. I don't know what else you needed to say, but it's in the title. Got it.
I've never seen it.
The kid,
Nope.
you know
I
what?
don't
Look,
think
I
I've
am
seen
not a
this.
fan. I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan of dudes kissing. Like, it's not something that I like. No one here has watched Oz, right? Okay, so
Okay.
you know Chris Keller and Tobias, that love that they have.
Yeah.
That I could get past them kissing. I could get past them even having sex and him sucking his dick. I get past all that because that love that they have, nah, it's different. It's not.
Because it was written well. You didn't have
Yeah,
to
it's
actually
not-
see it. It was
Yeah.
explained to you.
And
There was a difference.
You get emotions for them.
Yeah. Yeah.
You do, man. You do. And I don't know, it's powerful. But Brokeback Mountain, you're not going to convince me in an hour and a half or however fucking long that video is that this is okay. You know what I mean? You got to at least break me in. Treat me like a virgin. Give me at least 10 minutes before I.
A dinner and a movie.
Yeah, if I'm in the trailer part of the movie and I see him sucking dick, I'm automatically not going to watch this.
No.
Nope.
Not doing this. No.
So you guys getting a lot of snow up there, up north, Spade?
I'm clean as a whistle. It's nothing here.
Yeah?
We got nothing.
That's the Ohio
Yeah.
and shit. Indiana,
Yeah.
California.
Last week it snowed over here overnight. By the time I woke up in the morning and walked out the door, 90% of it melted
Is it cold?
because it's been in the 30s.
Mm.
It hasn't really dipped lower than that. Yeah, it's still cold, but I'm kind of glad that there hasn't been any snow. But at the same time, though, I'm kind of upset that there hasn't been because then you lose on the plowing of the snow money that you make. So
What about you guys over in Belgium? You guys got snow, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, last
2 days ago.
for a day.
Not even.
Okay, but you
Not
still
even.
got snow. That's the question. Don't be so dramatic.
Yeah.
Did you get snow?
Oh,
No, for
yeah,
3
yeah.
So you got snow.
yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. It's gotta
About
be-
an inch and a half, I think.
Wasn't that?
Right?
I mean, I
inch and
think
a half.
Lance has more.
You know, the more that I hear people tell the story about that, the more that I don't miss it.
yeah, I don't blame you. I don't blame you. I mean, if you really want, we can, I can video it for you and send it to you if you want to see it, but I highly doubt you want that.
I'll just watch Christmas Story and call it a day. Okay, that's what snow looks
There
like.
you go.
And I guess I had friends, or thought I had friends in Jersey, right? So there's a guy that posts a video of a FedEx driver somewhere up north New Jersey, and he couldn't get his truck up the snow. And this guy's in like one of them, 4x4 jammies, with the big tires that's good for snow. And he's like laughing and making fun of the dude. And all I'm thinking about is that FedEx driver is fucking pissed because the whole fucking time going down the road, he's trying to go up a hill. It's non-plowed. And the back end is it's out to the side. And that's funny to you? Like, wow. That FedEx guy is pissed as shit. Like, I got to find a new fucking job. I'm going to leave this truck here. I'm done. But I got to get home first, so I got to make it up this hill. I don't know. I don't miss that shit at all, bro. Like nothing in New Jersey. My sister,
Snow sometimes is nice to look at the snow falling, but then after 30 seconds, you're like, okay, I'm over it. We're
you know
done.
what's really pretty? When you wake up in the morning, it's really cold, and there's like snow off of the trees and the icicles. Like that's pretty.
It looks nice. That's it.
That's
but for
it.
30 seconds. After
That's
that,
it.
you're like,
And
okay,
okay,
I'm
I'm ready to go back to Florida right now.
over
Good.
it. That's it.
That's
Exactly.
not take a couple pictures, and I'll never see it again.
Yeah, it's pretty.
I
As long
agree.
as you don't have to be in it or go through it, then it's pretty.
Right.
Yeah.
I would agree.
Yeah, think about it. Like you see the movie Misery?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay, so with Kathy Bates, how she got that farm,
Yep.
that's nice. You know, you got your own little farm and you just look outside and that's beautiful. You don't have to go nowhere. That's nice.
That's as far as it goes being nice in that movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, the rest of the stuff that happens is not so fun. Yeah, but sometimes, like, in places where there's so much snow, I don't understand why people still want to live there. Like,
like North New York. That's too much.
yeah, like all the way up there, like in Buffalo and stuff like that, where they get like 12 feet of snow. Why do you live up here? Why? You for 6 months you're covered in snow. What is it that you like up here? Go somewhere else. Drive 2 hours away where there's no snow
Maybe-
over there.
Maybe that's the point. Maybe they like to be isolated.
But they're not isolated
Like,
though.
live in your basement, do something, don't open the doors. But I don't know. Again, like you said, it's
But
pretty.
if
That's
people like the snow, if you just like the snow, there's people giving good money to go to Austria or Switzerland or whatever ski resort places.
Right.
So if you
Yeah.
like snow, then it's a good
Go
place
do
for you to
that.
live, right?
There's more money to be made in cold weather than there is in hot weather. That's 100% true, right? You have different activities that, summer, what do? You go to a vacation spot, whatever. But for snow, I mean, there's money to be made for the plow guy. There's no money to be made for the
Well,
shovel
that's why people go to Vermont, right?
activities, the skiing. What do you
Right.
got
That's
with
why
hot
people
weather?
go to Vermont.
I guess.
Vermont is known for skiing, right? If I'm not mistaken,
Oh, I don't
Vermont
know.
is known for skiing. So people go to Vermont just to ski. There's nothing else in Vermont that's,
The
all
only thing
year
I'm doing
round.
with skiing is jet skiing. That's it. I'm not going to get on no snow.
No. When you get
I
lost in
used
the
to
snow.
say I prefer the cold over the hot because you could always put more clothes on. But there's a point where you look like a fucking marshmallow or stand and you can't walk. At least
Michelin
with-
Man, the
Wait.
Michelin Man.
At least with hot, you could jump in a pool, swim. Okay, well, the water's hot. Well, you could go jump in a cold shower. With-
Right.
Oh, so Stan is just layers of clothes. I didn't know that.
He's more than just layers. He's layers of fat that look like clothes.
Ah,
All velvety and shit, like a little giant ass prune. Just-
Yeah, it's not fun looking like the Michelin Man walking down the street because you're wearing so many layers of clothes. It's like, why?
And then you got to take all that shit off when you finally get to work, and then put it all back on again when you leave.
Nah, that's too much.
That's why you got to get one of those animal fur jackets, man. Rabbit, mink, bro. You put that on, 10 seconds.
That's it.
Warm.
Losing
Those-
people
those
in
are-
3.
are those expensive?
Rabbit jackets? No. I mean, are you talking about like a bomber? Or are you talking about like a trench down bomber? $300, $400. And when you
Wow.
put
Considering-
rabbit on, I promise you, bro, it could be -20. When you put that
And you'll
on,
be warm.
you'll be warm because that shit. There's no pores on the end. It's just skin, like from a rabbit. As long as you got good enough cutoff on the neck, good enough cutoff on the waist, you get hot
You'll be warm.
really fast.
It's a little late to start investing now.
Yeah.
You're gonna
done.
get it, and then when you bring it to Florida, it's gonna shed, and it's just gonna look like a skin jacket. Like it's gonna look like the top of my head when the hair starts growing in. You have a receding hairline jacket.
What is it? you're wearing, is that like a naked cat you're wearing? No, it used to be a rabbit.
It used to be full and black. It was like not now. It looks like Homer Simpson's head, just a couple strands of hair.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, it was animal jackets are nice. You know, they do well. And if you're gonna eat the rabbit anyway, why not make a fucking jacket out of it?
We have to be careful in the fur coats.
Yeah. Well, if people want to leave now for the shit that I'm saying, fuck it. I decided to do it here, right? It made more sense to do our stream on YouTube than on Twitch. Twitch doesn't save, it's not logged. I might as well just do it live to see what happens here versus doing it on Twitch.
No, it makes sense.
I don't think you guys would see much of a difference as far as streaming because it's just me outputting. So I got the fucking MacBook, right? I got the M2. I thought that those times where we'd start the stream, I was like, okay, maybe I just don't have enough memory. I had 16 gigabytes, CPU was an M1. I said, let me just upgrade to the M2. And I upgrade, and the first stream, I guess last week, or we tried it somewhere else. I don't think last week. No, last week I didn't have it.
No, so it was like Tuesday or Wednesday, no? When you tried to do that video. No, it was
I tried to do it live,
Yeah.
and it had the same shit. And I was like, what the fuck? So I just wasted all this money on getting an M2 when it didn't matter. It's got to be the software I'm using. Because everybody uses Streamlabs and shit. I don't use Streamlabs. I use Ecamm.
Yeah, but do you think it's actually Ecamm, or is it a combination of Ecamm with the browser that you're using that's causing it?
Well, and it's like I've been prototype testing their shit or beta testing their shit since day one. It's great software. It's designed for Mac. You know, it works well, but it has its flaws. And every time I point out a flaw to them, they work hard on trying to fix it. But I think it is Ecamm itself. But then the problem is with a lot of these other platforms. So if I know you guys don't really stream, but so if I use like Streamlabs or something else, if I want to capture Mac audio, like shit that's on the system, or like if you want a PC, you want to capture the audio of what's playing on your system and broadcast that to people. With Apple is very meticulous when it comes to that. There's no way to capture system audio. There is, but there isn't. Like if I want to get the Apple Music that's playing, I can't do it. Now, if I was on a PC, I could easily just add that as a source. But with Apple, the way that the only workaround, and it's been this way, because Apple's not going to release it, but you have to download something that basically tells the computer that the speakers are called whatever Blackmagic Loop, and then you set that to your output, and then that'll play. So you're like hacking it. But this is what happens with Apple: is that enough of people did jailbreaks. All the features that you see in Apple, I wouldn't say now, but I'd say ending in 2018, 19, were all because of jailbreaks. Every motherfucking feature. It was
Well, they figured if everybody else is doing it.
Yeah, it was a great platform to see, oh, this is a good idea. Let's see if we can implement this. And of course, you're removing people wanting to jailbreak because now the phone
comes with it.
Everything you want to do.
Want
Why jailbreak it? Why jailbreak it? You know? So I think Apple's just not releasing that part in Streamlabs, and none of them want to pay for. I just can't figure out how to do it. It's whatever. I'll just restart. But I just wasted it on an M2 Mac. And then for the VR show, God, don't even get me started. And then I bought that piece of shit 14-inch one that everybody gets, the new 14 with the M2 Max. Thank God I got a credit card. So I got that because Brie liked the VR. So I said, ooh, Brie gonna do VR. I've been asking her to do VR for the past 5 days since the last one. Yeah, we're gonna do it. Haven't done it since. So I bought a laptop specifically designed so she can stream. We will have no hiccups and the battery will not fucking die. She doesn't want to do it no more. Don't give people what they want.
So this is basically Jay announcing a giveaway.
Yeah, for my MacBook. 2 MacBooks, actually.
Jips
Each
or...
one?
No Jips. Just active people that are in here right now. What do we got? 20. 32 people. Same amount in Twitch, -1.
Yeah.
Downside of this, though, we can't see who's spying on us.
Oh,
Yeah.
You have to type in order to be registered. Must be nice.
Mm.
You know, it's like when I was saying this the other day. I don't think you saw the what I was saying, Spade, but I find that more people that dislike me and have left are more active than
I
people
was there for that.
you are, and then more people
Yeah.
that like me and are here.
Yeah. Well, your haters are always. It's everyone. Your haters are always your biggest fans because they're going to always be there to watch, to see you fall, or to see you do something wrong, so they could be like, "Hey, this is what you
human.
did."
That is a human problem. That's not just
Yep.
haters. That's how we are. We're more attracted to negative things than positive things.
Yeah.
When someone's negative,
I
you
agree.
want to bring them back up. But if they're positive, I'm good.
But it's sad though. It's very sad.
Extremely sad.
But I guess most people kind of expect something negative to happen, not something positive to happen, right?
Well, yeah, because doing something negative is more
I don't-
entertaining than something that's positive.
I don't think it's expect. I think they want,
Yeah.
which is
They
even
want? Ooh, that's worse.
Well, because it's at the end of the day, you got to think of it this way: it's jealousy, man. It's jealousy that you
Is it
you're trying to do
jealousy?
something. I think so. I think it's jealousy because it's
I
like,
don't think it's
okay, if
jealousy.
you think so highly of this thing or whatever it is that you're talking about or whoever's talking about, then you put a camera, like you say it all the time. You put a camera and you start a channel and you start doing it. It's not as easy as people think. It's not. It's not at all. And people are just like, yeah, I could do the same thing you're doing. So go ahead and do it. Let's see where you could go.
Yeah,
But
go do it.
But am I right though? I mean, that's what it
Right.
is.
You're right.
So people don't understand that. They're just like, oh, like when people say like, oh, get a real job, right? But this is a real job. You spend
Oh,
your
God.
day
Such a-
recording, you spend your day editing, you spend your day finding things so you can review or whatever. So you're actually spending 8 to 10 hours a day, sometimes even more.
Oh yeah.
So
the
for people
reason
to say
why
this is not a
people
real-
assume that is because most people can't really do what they're passionate about, and because you kind of love what you're doing, they don't associate that with a job.
That's true. That's
right
No,
because they think the
most
standards
people-
of a job is leave your house and go do something. Like it's just like,
Yeah,
okay,
despise it
Doing-
and come back
doing-
and rinse and repeat.
right. So people who do like remote work, right? Same thing as streamers. Everyone works from their house. You don't have to leave. You can literally still be in your pajamas and still, do everything else you have to do. A lot of people don't think of that as work either when you're remote working, because it's like you're not doing anything. Well, yes, I am. I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing, except I'm not doing it in the environment that everyone else is doing it. They're
But
not in an
times have
office. They're in,
changed. Times have changed.
Right.
I think we're gonna eventually, as much as I don't agree with this, I think it'll eventually come down to just corporate businesses, which we've already seen. So you have just corporate businesses and anything that's mom and pop or small businesses,
Gone.
all gonna be done at home. I think that's what
unless it's a service that they provide.
no, especially if it's a service they provide. Like if it's a tech
but the-
service, like what I want to start up a company.
Oh, okay.
Tech, or you take a plumber or a welder. He works from home. When he gets a call, he gets a call. He goes. Doesn't matter what time of the
Right.
day,
Okay.
he goes.
So, but there's in my opinion, there's something else altogether. Take Jay. You make it look easy what you do, and people don't know what you have to do behind the scenes.
But that's with every
So they
job,
go like-
any job.
Oh, he's just sitting there talking to 3 other people. I can do that.
No,
He's
you
just,
can't. To
filming
make it
the
interesting
unboxing
all the
of the-
time. You can't do it. You can't do it. You can't make
Nope.
you can't make every single one of your streams interesting and still think it's easy. It's complicated. It's not a 1, 2, 3 thing. It's not like you could just come in, sit down, turn on a camera, and then all of a sudden you have 100 people, 1,000 people watching you, and you have to entertain everybody. That's hard. It's like being a stand-up comedian. You have to walk into a room with hundreds of people and make sure every single one of those people are laughing, because that's what they're here for. They're here to see you entertain them and make them laugh.
And like the Twitches are even worse because now you have people to interact with. Twitches, Jay's doing a 1 hour skit.
Right. Right.
Oh, God, it's so tough. It's so tough to do to be in the middle of shit and then people type in, "Hey, you got to do this." "Hey, no, I don't agree." It's not. Think about you being at a show. At the same time, I don't want the chat to be dead, right?
Right.
But
But sometimes you could piggyback off of the chat.
right, you can.
Yeah. That's
I don't
why.
think
That's
it's
why.
jealousy, though. I don't think it's jealousy. I think that when people watch, I feel like we've covered this 1,000 times, but I feel like when people, especially ex-hazers that watch, they're trying to get everything for what they used to get, but without paying. I don't know what you want to call that. Freeloading?
Freeloading, jinx.
Basically, leeching.
Yeah.
Leeching. I like that one. Leeching.
Yeah. Why pay for something when I could have it for free?
Huh. Isn't that the mindset of today?
Yeah, but remember, you get what you pay for, one, and anything that's worth having, wait, something free is not worth having.
I agree.
Right.
Unless it's sunlight and sunshine. I mean, that's free.
Yeah, but it comes at a cost, right? You get cancer.
Yeah, too much of it.
Too much, yeah, but that's also true. Too much of anything is bad for you.
Yeah.
Too much of me being live every day is bad for me.
I agree.
If I was live less, I'd see more people in my lives. But you can't be too less because then people will forget about you. You have to remain relevant. So what's that sweet spot? 3-4 times a week.
Yeah.
What's Joe Rogan? What is he? 2 times? Well, I'm sure he does it every day on Spotify, but doesn't he? He had
I thought it was like 3 times a week, isn't it?
I'm not sure. Howard Stern used to be the same thing. Well, that was every morning. So
Yeah,
What
but he
they
only
say,
has a what,
keep
2
hungry
or
for
3
more.
hour gap every morning.
what'd you say, Matthew?
That's also not alone.
Yep.
Right. He has
What
a
do
whole
they say?
team. And he also has
keep 'em hungry
writers.
for more. That's the correct.
Wait, what are you saying, Matthew?
Keep them hungry for more.
Oh,
That's the
yeah.
correct way to say it, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Less is more.
Yep. Yep. Quantity.
Yeah, but then you're gonna have the people who come there every single day complain, "Oh, but Jay used to be on 7 days a week, and now he's only 5, and now I'm upset because of this."
I think that's the problem. Usually, quantity that if you go higher quantity, it lowers the quality, right? And Jay doesn't do
Right.
that. So you have high quantity and you have high quality. Maybe you either need to lower the quantity or lower the quality.
No, see, but people expect Jay to be there when it's convenient for them. That goes into a whole nother bracket we've been through
Yeah.
lately.
I think that falls back onto the fact that people, for some people, they feel like they pay for a service.
Yep.
So they get
No,
to
you kinda-
decide
you kinda
when
do,
they
but-
use that service. No, some people see this as something else, the same thing as a Netflix, but it's not a company, it's a person. And they just tune it on when they want to watch it and then turn it off when they don't. And it's a service and they pay X amount of dollars for it. And that's all it will ever be for them.
Well, is that something you're going to implement, Jay? Like go on less?
Look, if we're being completely honest, I want to start venturing into the political field. I need to find out what DeSantis is doing. Like I think I'm gonna try to run for governor.
Good.
Think you could do it.
It's much more feasible than presidency. The campaign is a lot less money. Either that or start the business, one of the two. But I need to wait for announcement or something.
Well,
And
if
I'm
he
gonna leave
does
all my
run for
shit up. When people
presidency,
try to
though,
pull up shit that I've said in 10 years, 20 years, my argument is gonna be like this. Yeah, that is who I was. This is who I am now. I'm not gonna apologize for the shit that I said because I'm not sorry that I said it. I gave it enough of thought at that time when I said it, and that's that. Would I be keeping it
Mm.
real if I deleted it all and hit it? No, it's out for public eye. What you see is what you get. Have I changed
yeah,
over time? Sure. I became more mature, more grown up, but you can see where I came from. It's more relatable. Want me to hide that
Oh.
I did drugs on my balcony? Is that what you want? Hide it all? Be like every other politician? No. Here it is. You don't have to worry about somebody pulling up a video of me saying some shit. All that video is right there on YouTube. Go for it. My views just went up by millions. That's fine.
it's there. I'm not hiding it. Yeah, I get it. That makes that's
Like even with
perfect.
Joe Rogan, where he said that shit and then he had to apologize to the internet, and John Cena with China. Fuck that noise. Fuck that shit. Give something more thought when you say it than instead of just saying it, I guess. Take responsibility.
Yeah.
Well,
Then again, some of those reactions were overreactions, right?
Of course. And they weren't used in the proper context of it being bad anyway.
Mm. But you need a handful of people now that get offended and pull along another handful of people. And as soon as you know it, you're cancelled.
Is that still happening, cancel culture today?
of course it is.
It is, yeah.
It's going to keep happening.
What happened with Kanye?
That's why.
West?
They forgot about him, but he's already been canceled, right? He doesn't have his partnership with Adidas anymore. So
He's still
Adidas is fucked
music?
because they have a warehouse full of the shoes they did with him,
Yeah.
and they don't know what to do with it. It was just an article yesterday or something. They have no idea what to do with it because gonna sell them, not gonna
if they
sell
sell
them.
it, they have to pay Kanye. They have to pay Kanye for them if they sell them. If they don't sell them, they're going to just sit there and do what? It's a waste of money.
Yep.
So tax
That's
write off or
money
pay
is.
Kanye.
Tax write off, probably.
Have
But I
somebody
think
buy them.
Kanye is
So
doing
much you can write
fine.
off, man. There's only so, trust me on this, there's only so much you can write off. Gets to a point where, even as a corporation, you can only write off so much. And Biden wanted to hire all these new IRS people, like, bro.
But what if that company, what is it, Adidas, donates the shoes?
It doesn't matter.
Well,
There's only so
nonprofit.
much
Doesn't matter
donation
because
they
when
can
you
take.
acquired them, you weren't nonprofit. So the fact that you're nonprofit now doesn't work for something that was already inventoried and taxed at that time. It's not like the government's
Mm.
going to write you a check because of shit that you did then. No. Like if you what's lovely about America is this has happened a couple times, where you overpay taxes. Do you know what happens? Nothing. They cash that check and you'll never see it again. Whoops.
Oh,
You overpaid.
really?
They don't give you credit towards next year. Get the fuck
Mm.
out of here. No.
Yeah.
But if you don't pay enough, you gonna get a notification in the mail. We're gonna send it once, and that's
Here's
it.
a letter.
Yeah, here's a letter that you owe $5,000. Figure it out.
And you have until this day to do it,
That's right.
to pay it.
That's right.
And then you got to call them and beg and plead and say, hey, you think we could do like a payment plan or, extend the date or something?
No.
And it becomes a whole big issue and a big thing now.
Yeah, that's weird. If you overpay here, they just get it back.
I mean, you could get it back, but you have to fight tooth and nail to get it back. And is it really worth the time and hassle?
I mean, when you're talking hundreds of thousands of dollars, obviously.
Yes.
$1,000
Yeah,
bucks,
but
$2,000, fuck it. Just the picture like you went to a casino and just lost it at a craps table. I don't know. Yeah, it's
except you didn't have the thrill of losing it.
so them writing that all off, and his
No,
name
that's
is
too much
attached to
money.
it when you acquired those. So now what? And that's the problem with cancel culture is you're in the moment right now. You got to cancel this person because they did this shit. You're not thinking about the future. You're thinking about right now making the people happy. What the fuck are you going to do a
Right.
year from now when everybody forgets it? Now what?
Mm. Yep.
You were better off taking the shit for the year, still selling shit because people still believe, having a bad name.
Not only that, but if you think about it, if you are going to run a company that's set by the moralities of a small portion of society, there's not going to be many businesses left at the end of the year.
Look at look at Henry Ford. Okay, Henry Ford helped out Hitler. That is well documented.
Mm-hmm.
What kind of shit do you think Ford sales went down?
Look at Disney.
Nope.
He helped
If
helped
he tried
Hitler
the same
also.
shit.
Yeah, Walt Disney. Yeah, do you think that helped? You think that hurt sales? You helped
No.
somebody kill 6 million people. I want you to understand this. Yeah, I'm gonna go get that new Ford Escort today. Look, the problems will go away, I promise. Like, and even today,
That's-
people still know it, and you still buy a fucking Ford. So
Yeah.
But that
who gives
They
a
that
just
shows
shit?
changed
you
the
how
manual.
ludicrous. That just shows you how ludicrous the entire woke and cancel culture situation in. They used to not cancel you for that, but now if you say the wrong thing on a post or TV, you get canceled. Bet you they wouldn't get away with it today.
You know, it's funny you say that. I was scrolling on Instagram and there was a video, and Marlon Wayans, okay, the comedian, Marlon Wayans is now a temporary host for the Daily Show, right? And he was interviewing Omar Epps, and he was saying a story about himself, Marlon Wayans, Omar Epps, and Tupac. And they were saying that he was saying that Omar Epps fell asleep, and Tupac, as a joke, pulled out his balls and teabagged him, right? If you read the comment section, they were like, "Oh, Tupac Shakur, what is it? He sexually assaulted Omar Epps." People were like trying to cancel somebody who's dead. What? Are you serious? And then they couldn't get anything out. They started complaining about Marlon Wayans. Why did you bring up that story and have it showed on the show? What? Are you guys serious right now? Like, grown ass adults joking around with each other, like that happens all the time. Okay, it happens all the time. They're just joking around. Nobody's actually being assaulted or anything like that. It's just they're taking such a small little joke that
I would
between
hate
friends.
I would hate to be, one of the things that even when I was younger, 15, 16 years old, you heard about those stories about being hippoed and you getting, going to jail. You got to be careful. And this is when I was younger. So this is, I don't know, I'm 43. I was 15, so almost 30 years ago, right? But I even thought about that then. But now, today, you see these basketball players going to, or boxers. Look at Tyson. You hear about these stories, and they're like, "Yo, what kind of fucking people are these?" I'm not saying that it doesn't happen. That's not what I'm saying. But just because you're unhappy with that relationship, you're gonna put that on them and fuck their whole career up. You're that vindictive.
Yep. Yep.
I can't wait to when that shoe is on your foot, boy. Oh my God, bro.
Yeah. No.
Kind of makes me wonder if you could get insured
For cancel
as a
culture.
company or as a person against getting canceled, or
Nah,
somebody you work with
no way.
getting canceled.
No way. No way. No way.
Who's going to insure you for that?
Yeah, no
Ain't
way.
no one going to insure you for that.
Well, you're saying like a
It's shit
contract
before-
from the company. So you're saying like Kanye with Adidas, that no matter what, to and through, we never, this is a contract. And I'm sure that they had contracts, but with enough of lawyers, look, OJ got away with murder. Okay. so,
Yeah.
so with enough of money and enough of lawyers, go ahead, John.
I'm convinced he didn't do it. I'm
Are you trolling or are you?
trolling. He was.
Yeah, I mean,
He
there
did
are
it
people that are
100%.
convinced that he didn't do it. The glove didn't fit. Then it turned out his son did it.
Sure.
Either way, whether you think he's guilty or not guilty, I think a majority of people knew that he did it. I mean, the evidence is there, and everybody not necessarily wanted him to be guilty, but everybody was glued to the TVs for that shit.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
The result is he's not guilty. And if that's what the result, that's what it is. You can't appeal that. That's not guilty. Done. And if he was,
Yeah, but yeah,
What?
it feels like being a hypocrite with the Adidas story. So you're gonna a company that actually owns sweatshops is gonna dictate the moralities of this world. Really? That's how you're gonna do
Yeah.
it? Okay.
Yes. Yes.
but nobody looks at those fine details. Nobody looks at those fine prints, Jordan. Nobody looks at that. Turn a blind eye to it.
That's
Nobody
well known, right, Jay? Everyone knows
If the
that.
label
I mean,
says
that's
if
common
the label
knowledge.
says made if the label says made in India, Taiwan, or one of those other places, you know, right?
Okay, hold on. Jordan, you bring up a valid point. Everybody knows. Fine. But if you're not reminded by it, if you don't visually see it, you'll forget it. Okay? That's with anything. That's with sex. That's with love. That's with money. If you don't see it, you don't know what it's like to not have it, right? Because you don't have it. So if as much as there is sweatshops, which we're very aware of, there are minors that are putting sneakers together. Nike, this whole thing that happened in the '80s, it's well known. But it's just like with time. Time, I don't want to say heals anything because that's not fair, but makes all your
Forget
problems go away because no one's going to be reminded. Now, that's the purpose of your History Month, your Black History Month. I'm sure there's a Jewish day for memorial with Nazis. I'm sure there is, like Liberation Day, whatever. But that's why you have those to remind people that they still exist. Now, if you did a coverage right now on Adidas, on whatever, pick a news station, and it was covered on multiple platforms, you don't think Adidas would do everything in their power to remove that, to pay however much you
Yep.
want to get that off the TV? Because they know that the cancel culture is now coming for you. Now it's coming for you.
Yep.
But you have enough of money
Mhm.
to shut
Inside.
them up. So
No, but that's
corporations.
what I'm trying to say, Jay. Like, why would they take a
Let
stance?
me
I
hold on.
feel like it's
Wait. Hold
dangerous.
your thing before. Let me just finish the last statement. I just think that corporations are impervious and impenetrable to cancel culture. I don't think it works for McDonald's, Walmart, Nike, Adidas. It might work for an individual, a CEO, or
Yeah.
something attached to it, but not an actual company.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But that's
Not
not
yet,
how
I
it should work. Because if that vocal minority would use their senses, they would vote with their wallet, right? I'm not getting that product ever because that company is so and so. That would actually, I mean, impact
But you're
something.
right. Join, you're right. But the thing is, though, it's like out of like, let's
But
say the
that's
four of
okay.
us, right?
I'm sure we all can agree. Just because I don't like Vicious Ant and I have bad taste in my mouth from that doesn't mean that the products aren't good. If there's a good product, I'll still buy it. I don't think a lot of people would do that. But if you're one, let me rephrase this, Jordan. If that was the case, would you still buy those shoes?
Yeah, because I don't measure a
Okay,
company
so
by
let's
their
just say
moral
your death metal
standards.
groups that you like. Okay,
Mhm.
I'm not trying to be funny. Death metal groups, all that you
Yep.
like. You find out that they're all sexual offenders. Would you still buy their shit?
Yeah,
Really?
yeah. I have an album of a guy that went to prison because he tried to kill his ex-wife. And that was after
It's a
he
little
was
bit different.
released.
It's a
Yeah,
little.
it is. I'm just saying, like,
So
with
you
Kevin,
don't let someone's past affect your support for them.
yeah, if I still like it, I still like
That's
it.
not true. That's not true. Look at the people that are in power over there. You may like some of the right wing shit in Belgium, but they've done negative shit before, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You okay, so but maybe not monetarily, but I'd like to believe that if someone has a bad experience with a company, they typically aren't going to go there anymore. That one bad experience, whether that's by shoes, an album, whatever the case. So I think we're all part of cancel culture, all of us. It's just what
Mhm.
level we play in that.
And how
Oh, yeah.
long you're going
No.
to be on that.
Right. Right.
With
Yeah.
the sweatshops, there is another side to it, and I'm not defending sweatshops in any way or form, or not against, or but you could also say that that kid that is working there, let's say India, where the wages are low,
Yeah.
it's a sweatshop, but he
Argument.
still gets a wage and takes it home to his family. Now,
You could
little
spin
a
it.
wage, okay. And it's not the conditions that we are used to in the European or America or whatever country, but it's still able to take money and feed the family. Or so if you take that away from them,
Agree.
they have no job to do.
Mm. And we also created
I'm
those
And
just
then
saying it.
conditions.
Got
And
it.
then you could flip it even more and say, well, guys, if I turn around and pay them more, then the price of the product that you're using is going to go up again. And by the price being more expensive, now you're going to complain. It says, oh, it's too much money. I'm not going to pay for it. Then what happens? Right? That's part of
Yeah. Now
inflation,
you have
right? How
people
much
that
you
complain
spend.
that the price is too high. I,
Right. So it's
if,
like it's a double-edged sword.
but people dictate the price of things, not companies. Companies will say, okay, these shoes cost us $10 to make. But we know that these shoes are in high demand and the price of these shoes should be $400 based off what people will pay. And if people pay it, then you dictate the price, not the company. The company just wants their 30, 40, 50% profit, maybe even 80%
Right.
profit margin. It's the consumers that bring it up.
Yeah, and if
People
the
want to
shoes
make
don't sell,
this is gonna piss off a lot of shoe freaks, right? I know you're a shoe freak, right, Spade, and so Stan. So you guys want to capitalize on other people's problems. For instance, the shoes that Nike came out with, those super inventive shoes. You slide your foot in, and then they slide down. Those shoes were
Right.
designed for disabled people. That's what
Right.
those shoes. We're not talking about Air Jordans. We're talking about shoes that are literally promoted for people that can't bend down, that whatever, have an ailment.
Mhm.
And then you fuckers want to take it and make it $600, $800.
Right. Because
You're
the resale
making
value isn't that
money
much.
off of somebody else's issues.
Right. It's
Wow.
absolutely correct.
You're the people
Yeah,
that
you're
need to be fucking canceled.
well. No. Okay. Look.
No,
Not,
no, not
not
no.
not me specifically. I don't do that. When I buy something, I buy it and I use it. I'm not the type of person that keeps it in a box and lets it sit there. Okay. So me, I'll buy it and I'll use it. And then people will be like, oh, you're wearing, $1,000 shoes on. Well, that's because I didn't pay $1,000. I did the homework. I stayed online. I went to the app. I got everything and I paid retail for it. I'm not selling the shoe. I don't turn around and sell it for a profit.
Okay, that's
Okay.
fine. But there's
I
people
get it.
that are.
That's me. I'm talking about personally, but there are a lot of people who turn it into a job. They'll sit there and say, I bought this sneaker for $200. And you know what? I'm going to sell it for $2,000 because that's what the market dictates. And that's how much money I'm going to make. And now I don't have to work for the rest of the month. Why? Because I sold a pair of sneakers.
And to me, that's fucked up. You're taking
Yeah.
somebody else's product and manipulating the market in a way
Flipping.
off of somebody else's shit because you were more opportunistic.
Correct.
Huh.
That's what it is. That's what they're doing.
So you have no talent. You
Yeah.
have no skill. You just a snake oil
and
sale.
buying so many, and even buying so many that the people they were intended for can't get a hold of them.
That's right. And that's the problem now. And normally this wouldn't bother me. I wanted the shoes just because I'm lazy, right? And I was like, let me go on Nike shit to do it. And then I start looking and I'm like,
Also, it's kind of cool.
I feel bad for the people that actually need those shoes. You can't make them quick enough.
Nope.
You know what you got to do? Find out the people that are on Social Security
And take it
just
away.
reserve those for the people that have Social Security. That's how you get them.
Yeah. But I guarantee you, those people might turn around and be like, you know what? If I could get money off of this, maybe I should sell them and I won't use them. So you're back to square one again, except it's a different type of person.
People
It's
want
not
to
the
make
original
money
person.
with as less effort
Yes.
as possible.
Well,
And less cost. So the cheaper you could buy something, the more expensive you can turn around and flip it for. It's like
And
a
it
house.
makes it a
You buy
lot
house,
easier if you don't have those pesky morals hindering you.
right?
Do it.
Right. It's like when you're buying a house that has been destroyed, right? You spend $100K on it. And
That's
then
different.
You're going to get somebody who's dirt cheap, who's going to make a shitty job to fix everything inside, and now you're going to sell it for $500,000, even though you only spent $50K to fix it up.
That's different though, because you could do that 1,000 times. There's houses all over the world that you could do that with.
Okay.
With the shoes, that's designed
For walking, running.
I don't know. I don't think that it's right that people are doing it. But again, like Jordan said, it's morals. Some people have morals, other people don't. And I think the people that are doing it are just, I'm all for being selfish, but you have to put a line in the sand.
Yeah.
You have to say, okay, you know what? Let's let this one slide, guys.
It was the same with
before, it's the same
PlayStation.
with the-
It's been the same with everything. If
Yeah,
it's limited,
PlayStation, same
people are
shit.
gonna buy it.
Same
Yep.
shit.
Graphics. 2 years ago, graphics cards.
Yeah.
They tripled,
That was a
quadrupled
little
in prices.
different. Yeah, it was a little different. That was more China and people over there hoarding it for mining. It's the
You're
same
absolutely
thing, but
right. But look at the prices of graphics cards now. They're still at the same prices, though. They're similar. The new ones that came out, normally a high-end graphics card is $900, right? $1,000. The new ones that came out are double the price. So it's still the
Yeah,
same thing.
but that's
The
because of
company
resources.
now. Well, is it
Why?
really about resources, or they know
That's
that you're
why.
going to pay that price because you've been paying it for the last
Why
2
would you-
years?
Nah, I
Like,
don't
if
think
you were-
so. I don't think it's a price point. I think it's the supply. I don't think it's like, no, that doesn't make any sense. That the company's like, yeah, we know we could sell for $2,000. Let's do it. That's bad business.
Well,
And that's
I think no, but I
business
think it's
101.
true. Because if I go to a store, I can find that graphics card in the store, but it costs $2,000.
That's
You can
the
find them
store
now.
doing. No. Hold on. That's the store doing it. That's not the manufacturer doing it.
But the manufacturer dictates a price that you can and can't go over, correct?
No, it depends. Some of them have an MARP. Apple does. That's why you
Right.
won't see Apple ever have a phone below whatever they set a threshold to. They're always the same price. So that is the MARP. But I'm pretty fucking sure on graphics cards, they might have an MSRP, what you're supposed to sell it at, but you could sell for a 10% profit margin. But why? But if you're saying you'll find it, let's just say in Best Buy, and it's $2,000.
Right.
That's Best Buy doing it, not the manufacturer. I don't think that's fair. I don't.
Yeah, but
Go ahead.
as long as people keep buying it, why wouldn't
The
you?
prices will keep going up. Yeah.
If they stay on the shelves, then you gotta go like, oh, this is bad business. Now we're gonna reduce the price because they're staying on the shelves. Nobody's buying them. But if people keep buying them at $2,000, why wouldn't you sell them at 2,000?
You get into the moral side of it. What about your fucking moral code? I understand business.
Yeah, but
business. I get that. You're speaking to a businessman. Like, I understand that, but you still have to
Corporations don't
have
care.
some code of fucking ethics.
But corporations don't have code of ethics. They want to make their stockholders happy, make money. What did you do? What did you do this quarter? Nice. We went up 5%. Cool. How can we go even further? It's a shitty thing, but it happens all the time.
So
Think about it, Jay. You're the CEO of-
right, Jay? You're a businessman. If tomorrow you could get paid double for doing half the work you're doing now, would you?
What is in question? What is in that question? What double what? Double work?
No,
No,
you
double
do
money.
half the work and you get paid double for it. Would you? Or would you say, no, I'm gonna keep doing what I'm doing?
If I
But
get
he wants to know the specifics, though.
Yeah,
What
I
is
need
it
to
that
know
he's
the
going to
specifics.
do?
So I'm making double the money that all right, so we'll use Twitch. So I would make double the money on Twitch and half the time. I already have the answer to that question. No. The answer is no, I would continue to work. There's days, 2 days ago, the donations were at $600. I put the same amount of time in than if I made $5. So no.
Mhm.
That is proof right there 2 days ago. It doesn't matter. I'm going to work to make a little bit more. And if I don't, I don't. I have a code of ethics. And even in the business, but that's what I'm saying. Businesses have those code of ethics. Whether or not you guys see them, you're talking about businesses versus manufacturers, though. I don't think that's a fair assessment. These are two totally different sides of retail. Like, manufacturer makes something for $20 and it sells for fucking $3,000. You know how much an Apple laptop probably costs Apple to make, like this M2 that I paid $1,800 for? Do you know how much this thing probably cost? How much?
200.
More.
80?
Oh, okay.
No, more than 200.
500.
It's about $700-800. So they make $1,000 off of an $1,800 product.
That's a good markup.
You're doing good, but
'Cause
you
you gotta think
manufacture
research
all
and
your own
development.
shit. So even though it's $800, how much is it really? Like,
Well, they fudge the
if
numbers
you
up.
make everything, it's like $0 then, right? I mean, if you have people making it that you're paying an hourly rate to make it, it costs you nothing. Just whatever the employee cost is. I'm just
Right.
okay.
Yeah, but then
But
you
you can't
also
put a price
invest
on
a
research,
lot
though.
in research and development for that
Sure,
chip.
sure. I
Yeah.
get it. I'm just saying the
research.
actual
Research is the
physical
most expensive
product-
thing.
Physical product costs $0, but the value of it is about $800.
Right.
You know,
Let's flip it,
Where's your
Jay.
ethics
Let's
in
flip
that?
it.
Where's your ethics in that? Because then Apple as a company should not be asking that amount of money for the laptop, right?
Why?
Ethically
Apple has
speaking.
plenty of ethics. For instance, they won't do the shit that Europe wants to do, so they fucking pay the fine every year. Oh, they got ethics. Oh, they got more than ethics. They got so much pride, they'll pay for.
And don't forget, they have a really large user base, right? They could have went, we're doing a new iOS, $5. Everyone would pay it.
Yeah.
They don't. Same with the Mac OS.
Yep,
They
and
get
same
free
with
updates.
Final Cut Pro. Same with Final Cut Pro. You pay one fee. One fee. You get updates for life. Every other fucking thing, Adobe Premiere Pro is a monthly thing. You can't make it yearly. Everything is subscription based. Apple's like, look, we're not going to give you subscription. This is the fee. This is what it is. That's it. You buy one OS. Okay, you might have a computer that, and I'm not comparing Apple to PCs, but it's a fair comparison because we're comparing Apple to Adobe. The Final Cut Pro is extremely powerful. It's what? Even if it's $700, that's one time. That's old school. You get an old Adobe Photoshop CD and you can install that on 50 fucking computers. Oh, well,
Yeah.
I bought it once. Now you have to register each MAC address, which has nothing to do with Apple, but your MAC address of your computer to that serial number, and that's it. You could wipe it 100 times, and that is still tied to that Mac, and you can't change the MAC address. Well, I guess you could if you knew what you were doing, but could you, Jordan?
It's not easy. I think you can.
Really?
I think you can.
Change your MAC address?
I think you can.
That's
Ooh.
embedded.
That level of coding is like next level. I'm sure you could like. Yeah,
But see, Apple
spoofing.
is
No.
in-
I'm not talking about spoofing. No. I'm talking about physically change the MAC address. I don't think so. But the point I'm trying to make is right. So you look at Apple. They have ethics. Clearly, they're not giving their information out from that fucking dude that attacked a Navy base. I'm sorry. Here's the fucking phone. You're going to have to... They have ethics. I feel like they have too much ethics. But it's worked out for them. They have it. I don't think
see,
that's a question.
Apple is in a different type of business. They're not into the business of that. They're into the business of we want to keep you on our platform. So if
Return customers.
for me to keep you on my platform, it's
Yep.
you spent $300
Yep.
and now you have that license to that product. You're going to stay because you have that product now. You're not going to leave and say, "Oh, I'm going to take Final Cut Pro and I'm going to go to PC." Oh, you can't do that.
Yeah, but bro, like
You know
even I have what I it's gonna sound so cocky. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12 laptops, 12 Macs, studio, laptop, 12 Macs, all with one version of Final Cut on it because it's tied to my Apple ID. They don't give a shit. I can put it on
But see how
6 Macs.
Right,
So,
but they
so
see
basically,
how they
only
got
a
you
level
though.
more than I own.
Right.
You're in that
Regardless,
ecosystem now.
I'm pretentious. I'm white. You know.
But the point is that you paid for it once and you went and bought more products of theirs so you can use
They don't give a
it.
shit.
That's the beauty of Apple. That's what they're doing.
But that's why I'm saying I don't think it's a matter of ethics. I think it's a
no,
matter
that's not ethics at all. No. That's just good business planning.
Yeah,
That's all it
good
is.
fucking business.
Yes.
And also, it pertains to quality as well, right? If it's cheap,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Finding those two things to go together, though, quality and cheap, don't really.
That's
no, we
You might
had the
as well find a
discussion
leprechaun.
about the cheaper iPhone, but then again, does Apple want the cheap
I don't
people as
understand when you're
customers?
saying cheap, though, Jorn.
Yeah.
Cheap is dictated by a person. Okay, every
Yeah.
person is gonna find something more pricey than the next, depending on how much money you have in your account. If the general consensus is, we'll say $300 for a smartphone, I feel like that's too low.
500.
But
That's
didn't they
that is
already
exactly the number that I gave. 500, 300. Ooh, what are you getting? A fucking?
Did they already
phone?
try that with the plastic one
Was
No,
that?
a few years ago? They already tried it with the plastic version a few years ago, right?
Yeah, the iPhone SE. That was through $399, I think, or $299.
But see, that's the thing though. They could turn around and sell you the older model for a cheaper price, and it's still good because the product still works.
Hmm.
That's the whole idea of it. You see what I'm saying? Like
The
they made their money
iPhone
off of the original
SE,
product.
the plastic one you're talking about was $429. You don't feel like you feel like that's too high, John?
Yeah,
Yeah.
especially because the new one is 500, and that's a really good case.
$300 for an iPhone. And it has to be a current model. It can't be like last year's model.
Oh, you're saying? Oh, okay.
Oof. Ugh. So look
But
at
then
what
you're
Volkswagen
gonna
Auto
have people
does, right? Volkswagen Auto Group makes a Seat,
Yeah, but
they make a Skoda, they make Volkswagen, they make Bugatti, they make Bentley, right? They make Lamborghini, top of the line shit and cheap shit. But they're all under different brands. Apple would have to make a subsidiary brand that uses iOS that makes $300 iPhones.
They're not going to do that.
I can't see them doing it.
the
Why?
problem with that is
Nope.
no. The problem with that is people are going to expect the $280 iPhone to be the same quality, have the same options, and have the same shit as the $800.
Wait,
because it's
hold
an
on.
Apple.
You don't go and buy a Volkswagen thinking that you're going to be driving around in a Lamborghini, though. Let's think
But
about
a lot
that
of
for a
people
second.
that own
I do.
Volkswagens don't know that Lamborghini owns.
Well, that too, yeah.
You understand? So, meanwhile, the people that own Lamborghinis know that ultimately it's Volkswagen Auto Group. I mean, yes, Lamborghini is its own thing, Audi is its own thing, but they're all owned by the same. So, I can't see Apple ever doing that unless sales are absolutely treacherous.
No,
Wait, and
we
wait,
were
then you'd
discussing
have
it
to
from
stay
a
in
point of view.
Lamborghini, right? You'd have to
Yeah.
stay with the brand. For what you just said, you
Right.
have to have a Lamborghini that's only $15,000.
That's not going to happen.
Yeah, you've destroyed everything you've built. Sorry, go ahead, John. What are you going to say?
Oh, But well, I was discussing it from a point of view like if Apple wants to completely dominate everything, if they would release a phone in that bracket, because that's what mainly sells on Android, is that price range, they would dominate. The problem is maybe the ethics are in the way because you have to lower the standards of your product as a whole to get to that price point.
Yep.
Why couldn't they take a phone, give it all new design, use old chips? I'm sure all those refurbished chips you get, okay, and then you'd have to redesign the firmware for it.
Well, isn't that the point of the SE line? Isn't that like last year's
Yeah, that's
model in a newer body?
That's like your basic. How does Samsung do it? Why does Samsung do it? Because that no one else does it? But Nokia is
Exactly.
out there. Huawei is out
Cool.
there. You know, like there's
Samsung-
other brands that are cheaper that are not bad.
But see, Samsung looks at it as I want money. I will make a cheaper model for people to buy. I'm going to make an expensive model for people to buy. I'll make a mid-tier one. That's
You know
what they want.
Samsung reminds me of? You're going to have to be old to get this reference. You're going to have to be old, dusty. Like Jesus Christ is in your yearbook old. So you know what Samsung reminds me of today? 90s and 80s Mitsubishi. Remember Mitsubishi?
Ooh.
The same people that made TVs, that made tractor trailers, that made remotes, that made phones. That's what Samsung is today. They're just doing whatever we could do.
Yeah, Samsung has their finger in everything. They haven't. They used to make planes.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, where do we draw the line? Like, hey, we're doing fucking farm crops now. Like we are no longer in technology. Now we're into farming. We got to put a nail in this coffin.
They have farming. They have farming. Samsung.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, where do you draw the line? Like, where do you not have one? You just
No, I think they keep going because they're like, if I get into this industry, it's going to help my industry over here because I can save 5, 10, 20%.
Reminds me a little bit of Hitler. Let me just go here, take this country, take this one here, take this one here, and then this way I have nothing. Okay, it's just like I'm just a little bit of everything. It's not a fucking buffet, bro. Like it's like focus on what you're good at. Like I've been waiting. I don't know what the fuck Apple is doing. Why won't they make a TV? Like an actual TV. Why not?
I think that's next. I really do think that's next.
Well, they pulled out a patent 8 years ago for what the fuck have you been doing with it? Make
They
a
came out
TV.
with Apple TV. They came out with Apple TV. Okay, they're slowly implementing other things to add on to this.
They also came out with those VR glasses, and they never dropped. Like fucking, oh my god!
It's still in R&D. Maybe they're just thinking, you know what?
R&D for 12 years?
Better than. I don't know, man. I don't know how long R&D is for. That's not my field.
It's like,
maybe they're taking their time.
Does Samsung make wireless routers? Does Samsung make?
I don't think they do. They do for laptops, I think, not for like the built-in wireless. I think
the Samsung Mesh Wi-Fi router provides whole home. Shut up.
There you go. So they do make it.
Jesus Christ! Oh my god!
By the way, their website is the worst website ever.
Where's Samsung? Korea? What is that?
South Korea.
It's Korea.
Yeah.
LG is Japan.
I'm not sure. I don't think so. No, Japan is Sony.
LG's not Japan? Really?
I'm not sure. I don't think so. Life's good.
South Korea.
South Korea, okay. I think a lot of them are in South Korea.
Yeah, Samsung's wow, I didn't know that. Where's Mitsubishi? That's Japanese, right? That's Japanese.
I don't think it's Japanese anymore. I think it's it might be South Korea. No, not South Korea.
No, I feel like Mitsubishi is Japanese. Wow. Yeah, it's
Subaru is Japanese.
It's Japanese.
Is it?
Yeah. They used to make that fucking Evo too. That was a great car, but they just You know, you got so much money is when you're just like, you know what? Let's stop doing this. Let's work about.
Yeah, why? They made so much money off of the Evo. So much money.
Oh my
And
God,
yet they're
bro.
like, we're going to cancel
Beautiful
it
car
now.
too. Beautiful car. We're just gonna stop. By the way, we're gonna make shitty SUVs.
Yeah. What the fuck?
we're gonna we're gonna we're gonna go from making all this money to absolutely nothing. Go.
Now they were like,
You remember when they
Like,
used to
it
make the TVs though? They had great fucking TVs.
Yeah.
Our TV.
Yeah.
Yo.
Okay, remember the other day when you were talking about the projector TV that
Yeah,
flipped
yeah,
open? My uncle had that, but he had a Mitsubishi one.
That's what I'm saying. You can't fuck. Does Mitsubishi even make TVs anymore?
I don't think so. No, I don't think so. I think they haven't made it in 20 years, to be honest. I remember the 90s
even
being the
made
last time I
cell
ever witnessed a Mitsubishi. Hell,
Mitsubishi
the
even-
biggest
even
TV
made
brand,
cell phone.
Westinghouse. How many Westinghouses do you see on display or anything? That used to be the biggest TV brand back in the 60s, 70s, 80s, and
Westinghouse.
01.
That or also Panasonic. Can you even buy a Panasonic
Yes.
TV? Oh, you can?
Oh yeah.
TV, yeah.
Panasonic?
Yeah.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
you can still buy
They're
them.
great. They have OLEDs as well.
Wait, Panasonic.
Yes, sir.
I have never seen a Panasonic TV since the 90s. What about Philips?
Oh, yeah.
Yes,
They still do it.
Philips?
yes,
Also
you
make-
do. Yes.
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up. For
You
real?
know what Philips' new big thing
Yes.
is? The new big thing that Philips does is light bulbs. Philips does
Yeah,
huge
the
in their
smart,
light bulb market.
smart shit.
The
Yeah.
smart light bulbs and
The
everything.
UE.
I can't believe that Philips and Panasonic. I have never been in someone's house. And they're like, yo, I got this
Me
brand
neither.
new Panasonic plasma TV.
Sony, LG,
Really?
and Samsung. That's the only thing you ever see in
What
people's
is this,
houses.
92?
At least the people that I go to.
Wow, I did not know that they still made TVs. But you
Pretty
always hear
fast.
Sony, LG, which, as much as I love Sony, reality is your screens are done by LG, bro. The only thing that's Sony on there is that fucking name on the bottom. But I love Sony. It's just, I like LG. But I was even thinking about, so I got these outlets in the house now, right? They came by the electric. Those of you that watch a stream with the air pump. So I had them put one up here and one there. And I was like looking at a TV. And I said to myself, I'm going to sound old. I said, if I could find me like a little 24-inch TV, right? First off, that ain't happening, okay?
Only
You're not
monitors, I
going to
think,
find
are
a
that
20,
big.
unless it's from 2008, you're not going to find it. So I said, okay, what's the smallest? Look, LED, I don't even want OLED. I don't care about the energy. It's just for when someone sleeps in here and they want to watch a TV while they're laying down on a beanbag, whatever. Let me throw something up there. It'll be this fucking big, but let me throw
Better than
something
nothing,
up
right?
there. So I get to looking, and you can find 32s. You can find 27s, but that bracket is small. So I said, okay, what's like a new OLED little jammy going to cost me? I found a new, the Sony 2022 version. They didn't make it for 2023 yet. 2022. The last thing that they physically made on their website was a 32. And I was like,
Bravia.
yeah, I said a 32. It's too big. It's gonna go right above the thing in 32. I want to find like a 27. Yeah, okay. Go have fun with that. I'm talking about a new, not last year's model, not discontinued, not refurbished, a brand new that was just developed this year, 27-inch TV. Good fucking luck. Now you got monitors. 27 is the new standard. New standard.
Mhm.
What the fuck happened? Are we going, as much as we staring at the screen, are we going more blind?
We want to cover more of an area. We
Why?
want to see bigger and better.
Okay, I tried to explain this to Brie. She's like, oh, a bigger screen, the better for eye. No, it's the resolution. It doesn't matter if the screen is fucking, it's 600 feet wide. If the resolution is 1080p, it's 1080p. Doesn't matter what it's on. It's going to look pixelated on that big of a TV. They don't
So,
make
but that's where 4K and 8K
Oh,
come in, right?
Oh, that's what I was gonna say. So the TV, brand new, it's like $380. I said that's cheap. I remember TVs. You want to get a 30-inch TV back in 2010?
$1,000 minimum or over.
Minimum, bro.
Well, look,
Minimum.
I was looking at TVs the other day. I found a 75-inch. Who was it that? Regardless of who made it, 75-inch LED TV, and it was for $650.
No. Used?
Yes. Brand new.
Oh, then something's bad about it.
Oh yeah,
Brand new. I was like, what the
Samsung-
fuck's going
Samsung
on here?
makes one for that price range, $699. We sold it in the store, and it was 75-inch. It's full HD. Keep in mind, full
So it's
HD and
1080p
LED.
at 75.
It's 1080p. Yeah.
What's the? So it's not OLED. It's what?
No,
LED.
it's LED.
LED.
LED. Well, yeah, Samsung can't do OLED, right? They do QLED, right? The QLED.
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah, they,
But it's not QLED, not for $600.
Yeah, and it's not the QLED isn't real OLED. It's I remember getting to this with Alan. OLED's better than QLED, but QLED is close enough. But then now you got those mini LED TVs. So the Sony one so I've got in my theater room, I've got a 65. You say go bigger because it's theater room. You can't go bigger if you're too close to it, right? Like you have to dictate the distance of the people where they sit to the size of the TV. Like if you're too close, you don't want an 85 because you'd be doing this shit watching a movie. You want it to be like in frame. 65 is perfect. You've been in there, Jordan. It's perfectly centered. So I said, okay, for the foyer is bigger. So you know me, I'm so in debt with credit cards. I need to start making more money. So Bree's got to start tripping. So I said, okay, I'm gonna get a 75 for this one because the foyer's bigger. Okay. Then I'd start down. Then I said, okay, I get an OLED because I like OLED. And I see mini LED, and the price point between the two, it's not that bad. It's not that bad. It was $500 difference, and I'm like, what? Why is it only $500? It's a whole new technology, and it's got anti-glare. But apparently, the mini LED, the new technology, isn't as good as black as the OLED technology. Like the OLED can be a black, like pitch black. For instance, you're in a theater room, lights off. OLED, when it's black, you can't even see anything. But mini OLED, because that's the one that I have downstairs, when it's black, it ain't. It's black, but it's not wall black. But it's like even then, the price of that fucking TV wasn't no $600. But if there was like Vizio, that used to be a brand. I don't know if it still is. Vizio.
it still is. It still is.
Shut up.
Isn't that best-
Where do
isn't
you
that Best
find
Buy?
these
No.
TVs? If you
You
go
can
to
find
Best
them.
Buy, you know what they sell? LG and Sony and Samsung.
Those are the ones those are the money makers. But if you go to their website, they have all the different types of brands.
Okay.
They do.
Okay. So yeah, I was like, I even got to a point where I was looking up here to get like a 30-inch. What happened to those thin TVs? So LG in 2017 at CES showed a TV that was wallpaper, like it was this thin. The biggest thing on it was the plug. Like that was it. And I said, why didn't you do anything with this? That was 2017. You can't tell me that wouldn't sell today. You just kind of taped
did.
it to the wall.
They did, but they took a poll amongst their customers, and it seems like most people don't trust a TV that's less than 6 millimeters thick. So
Yeah,
it's not.
Samsung
It's
did
just
it
the
too with
idea.
like a 125-inch, which is, but it's also $130 fucking thousand or 129. That's nuts. How much money do you got where you're like, I don't like any of this wall. Let me make it a TV. Not with a projector, like an actual TV. Okay. That's not even fuck you money. I didn't even know I had this. What's this about? Dude. But I'm not jealous of
Let's
those people
decide.
that make that money. I'm not. Good for them, man. Good for you that you make that money, that you can buy that. I'm a little envious. I wish I had it. But I'm not angry about that. Good for you, man. Good for you. Can I get some?
Rolling out on me.
You holding out on me, man? You got some?
Then again, you have to realize probably, yeah, they can afford it, but can they ever actually enjoy it?
Yeah.
And Spade is muted. You're just talking
Sorry.
and nothing.
Because I was coughing. No, I'm saying like people don't enjoy it though at all. Like they'll buy it and they'll just sit there and it's like, well, why do you have that? Oh, I have it just to have it, just to say that I do. And it's like, but why? You're not gaining anything out of it. You're not using it.
See, that's
It's
what
like
I
the
did with
people
the
who
bike. I said I wanted to do all the shit with the bike, ride all this shit, do all the shit, and I've ridden it, 5 times. I don't know. I guess I think those
but you at
people,
least
those
do it though.
celebrities, get shit like that because it's a bragging. You know what I mean? Like when
Yeah.
people come over. Would hip hop videos, I know, Jordan, you're not in it. Would hip hop videos be less dramatic if there were no tits and it was just a guy in front of a microphone? Or do
Or
people
gold
actually want
chains.
to see nice cars and rolling around on rims? And to me, none of that matters. If the song is good, the song is good. You shouldn't need to display wealth, which you don't have, by the way, to make your song better.
Same thing could be said about art, right? How many people really like the $1 million painting that's hanging on their wall? Like really
Um,
like I
huh,
get goosebumps when I look at it.
right. Nobody. Nobody. Just the
Because it's
state
not your
of
thing. You're just
It's an
doing it to keep up
investment.
with the Joneses. That's it.
No,
Oh,
it's an
that's a Van
investment.
Gogh.
They just buy it
Oh,
and
that's a
then
Van Gogh.
resell it
Oh,
Well,
for.
it,
you have
well, it
a
is
Van
an
Gogh?
investment. You are right there. You are right, Jordan. Regardless, is if you get something, let's just say you bought something for $1 million. I this is a good conversation. I'd be interested in this. If you buy something for $1 million, if you resell it, you're going to get that $1 million back.
Yeah.
Whatever it is, whether it's a car, a house, whatever, you will get your money back on that, and probably then some. What is that number? Like, okay, so if something is $500,000, you're probably going to get $500,000 back. Like if you bought a yacht, or if you bought art, or if you bought a house. If something, even a car, because it's rare. So usually when you spend a lot of money, that makes that product more rare. And rare comes, obviously, like with the Jordans and the shoes, it
With a
comes at a
price.
cost. So
Mm.
I'd say anything over $100,000, you'll make your money back. Except for
Well,
cost.
yeah, because what are the chances of you buying something that's 100K and then all of a sudden you try to sell it and it's like, no, we can only give you 10 grand. Like that's a hard pill to swallow if that happens.
Maybe the answer is not the money, but how many they made of it. You understand? So
Rarity.
like
Rarity.
like my Audi RS5. Okay, 116,000. It's a lot of money. It's a lot of cheese. Would I get that if I sold that car? No. Why? Because they made 10,000 of them. The TTRS sticker price was 80. I paid 105. Will I get that? Yup. So
It's limited.
right. So maybe it's not that. It's mass produced like high-end vapes. People are still selling used Jennas for 150, 200 bucks. That product is 6 years old,
But
5 years old.
with vapes though, I think it's a slightly different. I think it's more hype than it is the product because there have been expensive products that don't keep their value and they're a limited run, but there's that one item that's I don't know, 200 bucks and they're going to try and sell it for $1,200.
The
I think
company
it's all
or
about
the
the hype that's
people?
created.
The company or the people?
About the hype,
Yeah.
I think
No,
it
about
goes
the
hand
product
in
being
hand.
sold. You said sell for 200 then sell for 1,200. You're saying the manufacturer does that or the people that buy it secondhand do that?
The people do it secondhand.
Yeah, that's not what I'm talking about.
No.
The company.
Yeah, I don't think. No, because if a company sells it for that high, they're going to end up selling it for less since they can't move the product. Who's going to buy from a manufacturer $1,000 RTA? That better be made out of solid platinum.
I don't think you know the pricing of
Okay.
machining something.
Silver.
You realize that knives, right? Knives are
Yeah,
probably
that's
one
a
of the
big thing.
simplest things to make, and they sell for
Yep.
exorbitant amount of money.
Yep. And I
People don't
feel
think about that.
that's
They're
the
like, oh, an RTA is so simple. You just first off, this isn't China where we make 20,000 of them. Second of all, that's done by someone coding that. Like, it's not. You look at this and be like, oh, it should be worth more than $20. Okay, there's low amounts of those. That brings up the price. It has to be machined. You know, it's not mass produced, so that brings up the same thing with knives. But knives, for whatever reason, UTX 70s are mass produced. Not mass produced where it's going through a line, but they'll make whatever, 200-300 a month, and you're selling a product that it literally couldn't cost more than
$15.
$15, $30 for $300. That is some great profit margin, man. That is unreal. Unreal.
But see, that's the thing, though. You can always
But-
compare the vape industry with the knife industry because they use the same materials.
Yep. Go ahead,
They
Roy.
use the same thing. You can always compare that. So if you find a Zertai knife that costs $200,
Oh,
you
won't.
know that a vape is going to cost $600 because it's more
You better
more mass.
add
More,
a fucking zero and put another two on top of that.
I'm just throwing numbers.
Yeah, like
I'm just
if you
throwing
look
numbers.
at like a Zertai bridge and we were selling for $7, go look at a Zertai knife. Okay,
I'm afraid to. It's not
4 or
something I
5
would want to
grand?
afford.
Yeah.
$4 or $5
But,
grand.
see, okay, my question to that is, you went and bought an expensive bladed knife.
Display.
Okay, all right, there's the answer. Because you're not going to put that in your pocket and walk around and cut cardboard or
No.
packages or use it to cut a
No.
paracord when you're
No.
camping. You're not
No.
going to do that.
No, it's display. It's collection. That's it. The people in the vape industry are broke, complainers, whiners, trash. Those are facts. I'll say that on my channel. I'll say that on here. So many people complain about the stupidest shit. That should.
Yes,
that
that's
should
the reason
be
why I feel so
$3.
at
That should
home.
be $30. I know what it costs. My dad's a machinist. Well, my dad wasn't, but he knew a machinist. That was our neighbor. He used to be a garbage man, so I know all about machine work. Okay, bro. Okay.
I went there every Saturday. He taught me how to do it.
What were you gonna say, John?
I said, I guess that's why I feel so at home in the community.
You're not trash, bro. You're good people. Very good people.
I feel like
You're a friend I
with-
don't want to
with-
lose, Jordan.
Same here. Same here. Same here.
So, as much
I
as
guess it comes down to what you both have been discussing about. I think companies can actually charge whatever they want if the quality is there. It doesn't matter the profit margin. I really don't. Like if now I've tried an iPhone, if it goes up with 200 euros and it stays the same build quality and it has the same software, I'll pay it. But you can't, I feel like most products right now go the different route. War. Someone offended me that is a CEO, so the price went up. Someone left.
can
And the
you
price
name
went up,
some,
but the quality went down.
aside from the iPhone, aside from an Apple product, can you name something outside of that, anybody in here that you bought that you felt just by holding it, not using it, okay, that you feel, I guess a laptop, a TV would work, that is worth what you paid for it? The quality of the build of it.
Yeah,
What?
your product.
No. Okay, no, not vapes. I'm talking about general things that people would buy, like a TV, a VCR, a PlayStation, whatever, Xbox. Can you name something that, like PlayStation, to me, does that quality of that does not feel like a $500 product?
Well, my HiFi installation definitely is worth the money.
Your
Yeah.
what?
My audio installation is definitely worth the price.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Matthew, what's the last thing you bought that felt? Now, I'm not talking about like a 20. I'm talking about more expensive, obviously. We'll say over $500 that you bought that you feel that quality matches that price tag.
Nothing.
Same. What about you, Spade?
Um, truthfully, I know you hate this product or you dislike it, but the Sony ZV-E10 that I bought
Uh-huh.
compared to the only
I'll agree
reason
with
why,
that.
and I'll say
I'll
this,
agree. I agree.
I only say that I only agree with saying that I enjoyed, not enjoyed, but I think that it was quality made and everything like that because I went to different stores looking at other cameras in the same price range, and I
Yeah,
paid $800
garbage.
for this camera,
Garbage.
and the other ones felt
Great.
so garbage. So that's why I ended up with that camera specifically. So to me, I feel like this was a good purchase for me.
No, and I
What
agree.
I saw.
And we're not talking about like the firmware because then I would disagree with you. But as far as
Right,
quality of
right,
feeling it and how it is it
right.
worth that? Absolutely, it is.
Yeah. It's
Absolutely,
to me, I feel like I put it in my
absolutely.
hand and it feels like it's sturdy. Like if I
Agree.
drop it, it's not gonna
Agree.
break. I feel
Agree.
like the way it was designed and everything like that. To me, I enjoy the price that I paid for it because it made sense to me.
Yeah, I was just looking. Yeah, I will agree with that. It feels significant enough, but it just more. It if you can't name 10 things, that just tells you that the quality of products.
Oh yeah.
Let's make more money. Like
Or
the
the price,
PlayStation, bro, feels like fucking.
or the price is too high.
What?
Quality is too low, or the
Oh
price is too
yeah.
high.
But maybe because there's so much of a demand for it, how can we bang it out where it's cheaper and we make more money?
Mm.
But that's what all these corporations, not regular stores. This is what all corporations do. That's why they have no ethics because they're soulless. They're 1,000
No,
people
no,
trying to make as
they're a
much money as
reflection of
possible.
us, Spade.
That's what I'm
That's
saying.
not on them.
Yeah, I think that they're
Right.
just doing with what the people want. I mean, no business is it's a bad business. Like when I was running the vape stores or any of my businesses, you never buy what you want because you have to buy what people want or you have to make what people want.
Right.
They're just doing what people are demanding.
Well, because think about it this way: if you carried the only products that you carried in your vape shop were the ones that you liked from the reviews that you did,
I would
you
not be
wouldn't
sitting in his
making any
house
money.
today. I'll tell you that much. I wouldn't be in his house. I'd be in a fucking shed.
Right.
Nobody
So
would be buying it. But then again, I remember
But
when
it,
vapes were getting big, people didn't have a problem paying. Dude, people would come into the vape store when I first launched it. Well, it'd be a year, 2015. People were coming in, and I would say, "Listen, whatever you would spend on cigarettes in a full month, take that.
mhm.
What do you buy it? What do you buy a day? Back a day. Okay, that's $7. 7 times 7 is 49. 49 times 4, we're just going to round up and say $200. Are you prepared to spend $230 just for you to stop smoking? Yes. And then we'd sell them a cig, 200 with a Kangertech sub tank, and you're walking out 250
Batteries.
a fucking person. No one complained.
Mm.
No one complained. But because China, like always, took that business mindset and let's make cheaper, let's make more. How did that work out for you? If you would have kept it on a down low, never would have done disposables, you probably would have laid under the radar.
For 10 years, easy.
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 Well,
That's
look
not
at
really
you remember
on
the
China.
Clearmiser pens, the black ones, the what the hell were they called?
Egos.
Regardless, the Egos, right? They were like what, $75
Yeah.
when they were coming out?
$60.
You,
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
and and to me personally, it was a piece of shit product. But it got a lot of people, oh, I spent $75 here.
You
Let
want
me
to
now
sell?
actually upgrade and get a mod and a tank or a RDA or something. So that
Let,
way I could do it better because this one over here is not, it's doing its job, but I want a little bit more of a kick. I need something better.
let me tell you a little bit of a story. So when more people were going to like stores to buy bongs and shit. When Adam, this is gonna blow your mind. Everybody was selling just the Ego pens that you screw a 510 connection on. It's got
Right, right.
liquid in it, whatever, THC. We would buy those pens. Yo, this is gonna blow your mind. We would buy in 50 batches, 100, 200, and they were $2.99 a pen. Ask me how much we sold one for. $75.
$40.
and we would
Oh,
sell those. I swear to God, bro.
Like
We
cupcakes.
would sell those. I couldn't restock them quick enough. So I started
Wow,
buying
crazy.
hundreds, and just all my sales were just those fucking pens. And then I would have drug dealers that would come and be like, yo, what kind of deal can you cut me for if I bought 100 of them? First off, I don't have 100. I have 75. Instead of being $75, I'll give them to you each for 60. Deal. Okay.
Hey, it worked out.
And they would attach the shit on there, and then they'd sell it to their buddy for $150. So now they're making money. Yo, those pens I made, and this is the last year, 2019,
Bless.
hundreds of thousands of dollars off of fucking $2.99.
That's insane. That's
But that's
insane.
people that do drugs, right? They're not gonna say gonna barter with
They don't
you.
care.
You know, it's okay.
They'll find the money.
Yeah. And the guy down the street was selling for 80. So yeah, let me go to Vape Life and get them for 75. $75.
That's insane.
true.
That's insane. It costs you $2.
$2.99. Well, plus shipping for all of them. So we'll say all cut and done, $8 a pen. Still, yo. We
What is
sell
that, like
10
a
pens, we close up
500%
for the
markup?
day. 10 pens, we're closed for the day. That's it. It's a wrap. That's it, man. We're making so much money.
That's insane, man.
Yeah, and that's what we did. We eventually went up to $90, and we brought it back down to 85 to 80, and kind of just settled at 70. But no matter what price, we could have put them up for $150, bro. It was a stick with a fire button on it, an ego.
That's
Like no
nothing
adjustable
It was
anything.
bare bones.
Bare bones. Just the I don't even have anything to show you. Like a disposable with a fire button.
It was literally this big. It
Yep.
was like that.
And it came in a blister pack, so it didn't even have a fucking name on it. It was just bro, so much money. And then I think at the end we were at like $40 because people were they kind of caught on, you know. I can make a
They
Chinese
caught on and they
account.
started buying it online. They
Yeah,
started buying it online.
I can make an account on Alibaba and order these myself and just wait. That's okay though. I made enough in a year. That was like little e-liquid sales here and there, but those pens, bro, forget it. Forget it.
Yeah, Bree, not even a charger. That's true. That's true. They used to tell you,
Nope.
you used to
We
say,
would-
you need to buy a charger too. That's
Chargers
another
would cost
15,
us
20 bucks.
99 cents. We'd sell them for $12. There's a USB-A that screwed into the top of it, about that big.
Yeah.
That's it. Making money, bro, hand over fist. And when weed finally becomes federally legal, it's gonna be the same shit as vape, but worse. More money. More.
Yeah.
Much, much more money. But like everything
think it's
else,
gonna be
when
a
it's
while.
popular, it'll die down. There'll be people that'll still do it. You get your dailies. But when it first, that's like prohibition. Could you imagine being the first liquor store making liquor when alcohol became legal? Yo, your money.
Through
We
the
can't
roof.
even count this shit. Just
Yep.
it's like in Blow with the suitcases. Just weigh the box. Just
Yeah.
just weigh it. That's all.
But that's the thing, right? When the e-cigarettes or whatever were blowing up, you could see vape shops popping up left and right, like
Oh,
it had no
Oh,
business.
oh, it was like the new big thing everywhere.
And
Everywhere.
then they
bro.
started.
Yep.
Because it became saturated. There was too many around now.
Yeah.
Yep. I remember I was the first one in Edison, so the amount of business I had. And then there was one that opened up down the street. It was an old customer. I thought that was cute. And then there was another guy that opened up on the other end, and I was just like, okay, so now I'm in the middle. But it did it affect sales? Yeah, a little bit. But I carried juices that they didn't carry, and I had my own versus them that,
Yeah.
you know.
I had to buy it.
I remember charging people $30 for a 30.
Dollar a mil.
A dollar.
A dollar a mil. Yeah.
It would cost me $3 to make. Make it $30.
But that's how businesses are run. People don't understand that. Like you have overhead. It's not like you take the money and you're sitting there buying gold chains and you're walking around with a gold chain on your neck. No, you have employees, you have insurance, you have
That's
rent.
your biggest.
You
That's your
have
biggest hole in any business. Take Walmart, take Apple, take any
rent.
business. Your worst overhead is employees. It is the worst.
Yeah.
It,
So you had to pay for everybody. It's not like nobody would come in there and work for free. Even if you paid them minimum wage at whatever, what was it, $10, $12 at the time, right? Something like that.
when I was running the business, 2015, no, 7 something, right? $8.
Oh, okay. All right. So even less. Okay. So you would have to sell literally at least one e-liquid to pay off for 3 hours of him or her working.
There'd be hours where, you'll
You
go,
sold nothing.
yeah, that's out of pocket, bro.
Yeah. Like, look, how many times did we come into the vape shop, right? Where we came over there to hang out, and there was literally like we were there for 2 or 3 hours or something.
Yeah.
We were wasting your time, and nobody else was coming into the shop. So,
Yeah, that's what sucks. It's the same thing with a business. You're like a tech company. I'll just have people work for me. I'll do all the taxes. They do the job. They go get paid. It's
That's it.
no overhead. I mean, you got overhead, but service is always better than retail. Every time.
Yep.
Every time. You're selling yourself, your experience. It sucks with tax season because IRS don't give a shit about your experience. They're just like, oh, you made this much. Good. This is what you have to pay. You have no write-offs. I can't write me off? No, sweetheart, you can't. Yeah.
Yeah, you kind of don't need stock as well.
All right. It's just,
Oh yeah, if you're doing a service, the stock, there's no such thing as stock. You need a part. We'll be back tomorrow when we get in the part.
so I set
That's
up that thing on Thumbtack, started up the business, and I didn't even pay any monthly thing yet. And people are messaging me already on Thumbtack. And it's not my account, my profile's not even all the way done. I got
So
six,
it goes to
it's
show
not a
you that the
lot,
market
but I
is
got
there.
6 messages for printer failures in the past since the last time we talked about it, a week. And it's not even set up. How I'm getting those leads, I don't know.
It goes to show you that the market is there for these people
Oh, the
that are
market
willing
is
to
there.
pay.
To go fix a printer. Oh, Jesus.
If we have to do like a home visit call, Spade, doesn't even matter how long it is. The base starting point is 87 euros just to show up at your door.
Yeah, it's about 150 here. It's about 150.
Oh,
And then every hour after that, $100. That's a killing, bro. Making $100 an hour.
To plug in the extension cord, or
You just take your
yeah.
time fixing it. You know what I mean? Like, God, that sounds so wrong. But
I need
Well,
to call
I mean,
head
you
office.
should take
Give
your
me
there's your
time.
You
ethics.
should
There's
take
your
your time.
ethics in the asshole. Ethics just went away. So, the plug looks frayed. Let me think about this for a minute.
All you have to do
Probably
is
gonna
take
have
off
to
one
be ordered.
sticker.
It's overseas. Oh,
Yeah.
Jesus.
But you talk really slow. Just a little earbud in with a timer. Great. We're at 1 hour and 3 minutes. Now you speed it up all of a sudden. Bro.
The sticker is still on the cartridge. That's why it's not printing, but you're checking everything.
Oh,
Right?
yeah, everything.
paper
Like you
trail.
see the problem when you
Yeah.
open it up. The paper's jammed,
Yeah.
but like,
Oh,
let me see.
I need to call this
check
guy.
the
I mean,
software.
And it goes into. I told you that story of the guy. He was there for 8 minutes to fix a problem. The guy was like, "Oh, he was here for 8 minutes, charged me 150. Would you rather have me stood in your house for 2 hours and fixed it for 300?
Yes.
You're paying for my experience.
Yes.
It's my experience.
But that comes back to what we were talking about. If you go in there and it's the sticker, take it off, put the cartridge in, and it prints, and you say 150, please, people are gonna feel cheated, right?
Oh yeah.
On the other hand,
90%
if
of
you
people.
check the entire thing, and you install it, and it takes you 1.5 hours, and you ask more, they're gonna think I got bang for my buck.
Your money's worth.
So you're saying I need
That's
to
the
work
problem with
slower.
service industry.
Yeah, work slower, don't work fast. You know, as much as we may sit here and say, you know, it's about experience, you're good, you have to drag it out. Somehow you have to figure out how to drag it out. It's like the people that were running the cables through the wall. Would that have really taken? They make these guns, right? Ooh. They make these cable shooters that you go up in the attic, right? You attach a 100-foot Ethernet cable. I'm not going to pantomime it, and you go boom. Nope. You go, pew, and then it flies out and it goes to the other side of the house. Or you could go up there, hold the cable, walk slowly. They don't care that you have this little cable shooter that shoots it across. They see how long you were there for.
Yep.
It sucks. It sucks.
Because people value everything on time.
Yeah.
So if they see you coming in there for 5 minutes or an hour, they're going to be like Matthew said, I got my money's worth. He was here for an hour. I could pay the $150. But at the same time, though, you as a business owner, you're like, I want to go in there as soon as possible, finish it as soon as possible, so I could go to the next job and do that and rinse and repeat. That's what you want to do, because you're not going to make money if you're going to take 2 hours at every single destination. So that way you could say that the customer is happy because they felt like they weren't cheated.
But where do
You're
you
not gonna make
draw
money
that
way.
line? Where do you draw that line? An hour marker? 2 hour marker? Look, most
I think-
technical problems could be solved in less than 30 minutes. Most.
Oh, yeah.
And that's because time is our most valuable commodity.
Yep.
Actually,
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
if you look at it, that's the most valuable thing. We measure, like Spade said, we measure everything in time. Why? Because our time here is finite. So it's your most valuable commodity that you can have is
You
time.
can get more.
You guys do house calls, Jordan? For
Me personally, I don't. No. But the company does.
and the people that go out to the houses, are they the same people that are in your position, or is it a different position at the business that do it?
It's a different position in the business. Yeah.
And they make more money, I assume, the people that do the house calls.
Yeah, they do.
So why not you do that? Is there not any openings, or you don't want to do it?
That's it. I just applied for what was open.
And you're
That's
not
it.
bothered to look anymore since you're just leaving anyway?
Money wise, no, not really. If I could upgrade the time, like if I could do shifts, so I could do early shifts, so I could be in home at time to get the vocals, yes, that would be a motivator. On the other side, it's 15, 20 minutes from this place to get to there and back with the bike. I mean, I would say I'm not motivated enough to actually start searching, because in my mind, I'm out of here.
Yeah. You've already mentally checked out. It's
Yeah. No, I'm still doing my job. I'm not like just hanging around. I'm still faster than the other people that are standing around me, and I can diagnose it quicker than most.
Are there a lot of
So-
jobs in Belgium? Like, could you go down the road and find a job?
Probably.
It kind of depends on the area. In general, I don't think so. I think most. I mean, a giant supermarket chain just closed shop. Like 150 or 128 stores that just.
Whoa.
Yeah, but if you really want a job and you really want to work, you
Yeah,
can get a job
that's
and
true.
you can work. The problem here, like me and Jordan said before, that's so the government gives you money, and it's not a big
Huh.
difference if you're doing a menial job and
Right.
and the money you get from.
Of course.
So why would
Nice.
you?
Yeah, it's nice.
If you calculate it, I actually go to work 45 hours a week for 4 weeks a month for 400 euros more than I would just get if I stay home. I mean, is it worth it? That
And
amount
you
of
don't
time? I don't know.
And you use your bicycle, right? If you let's
Oh, yeah,
say
I
for a
get
minute you have to use a car. fuel, car, maintenance on the car,
Insurance.
wear and tear. Only the car on itself and the maintenance for that. There goes your 400.
Yep.
Oh yeah. Yeah, true.
Yes.
I feel
Do
like
you think
we should do a reality show for that. I think people will watch. We invite 10 Americans and move them to Europe because it's so nice over here. And then we invite 10 Europeans to America. And we just switch it up. Let's see.
Like a
They're
foreign
gonna be
exchange,
like this on both sides. Like eyes this big.
it's like a foreign exchange student, just foreign
Yeah.
exchange life.
employee?
Couples.
Talking about culture shock. Yep.
I want to see the first episode when they actually order food in a restaurant and see the portions. That's the one I want to
Is it
see.
really that different? Like if you were to order whatever, chicken and mashed potatoes, like how many pieces of chicken do you get?
I can order that. The only reference I have is from the airport. The other food I ate was at your home, and I ordered
Okay.
a hamburger at Wendy's, and they gave me the drink. And I think Tony was with me, and then another person.
Dude,
And
dude,
I saw
I can respect.
I saw the drink, and I actually thought they gave me a large. I ordered a medium, and I went back. I think you gave me the wrong cup. No.
Did you
that's
really?
medium.
Pictures?
Yeah.
Yeah,
This
pictures
can't be the
online.
right size burger. I said a kid's burger. This looks like it's for somebody that's 500 pounds. This is really what I get. Yeah, I mean, America does do it. They do it big, man. They do it big. And that's why we have that obese problem. But at the same time, that's what people expect. And you can't go making it smaller now. So,
No. True.
Unless the price is reflecting of that.
sure.
Well, it goes
Like,
hand
so
in
it's just
hand. I mean, your burger is bigger, but nobody's forcing you to order 15 of them. You could just have the one. I mean,
Right.
a little self-control goes a long way.
Like here, a quarter pounder. That's a specialty burger. That's a special one. That's the
Well,
most.
it's the same thing with here.
exuberant
It's a
burger you
special
can
burger
get.
here too. It's bigger than the 99-cent one that you could get. That's like, you know.
Ooh, that's a rough
99 cents.
Probably.
Ooh, 99-cent burger.
99 cents.
You're going to be fucking hungry in about 10 minutes. Yeah, I hear that a lot, that the portions here are larger than what you would get in Europe. But they're more expensive in Europe than they are in America.
Yeah. That's also
Less
true.
for more.
I think it also depends on where you go, though.
You talking
Yeah,
about
but your reference
restaurant or
point is
fast food?
Greece.
Or are you
I'm
talking about
thinking
country?
restaurant. Huh?
Are you talking about country? Are you talking about plate? What are you talking about?
Both. Whenever I go to Greece, I've never gone into a fast food joint. Never, like a McDonald's or something equivalent over there. So we'll always go to a restaurant or something, right? I feel like the portions over there are bigger than what I would get at a restaurant over here.
Really? So you're saying the opposite?
Yeah, that's why I'm saying it. I think it depends on where you
And
go.
cheaper or same price?
Almost equivalent to the same price. And I feel like I get more from my bang over there than I did over here.
Really?
Yeah.
Kind of like the
for
same
instance,
here with Spain. Spain, if you go there, you have bigger portions and it costs a lot less.
like
So food is
okay.
cheaper there.
So an example. Jay, you know what a size of a gyro is, right? Of a gyro, right?
Mhm.
Okay.
Yep.
So the size over here and the size over there is different. Over here, I feel like they're bigger, but over there, they're smaller and they're cheaper. So you'll go over there and pay €3 for one, and over here you'll pay 6, but it's slightly bigger here than it is over there. You understand what I'm saying?
That is interesting. See, I would think the
Like,
exact opposite.
so the thing is, like over here in New York City, a lot of the Greek places that have opened up and that are selling it as an authentic style, like it looks visually the same size and everything. They're charging me $8 to $10 per, the same size that I would get over there, and over there cost me €3 or €4.
Wow.
So to me, I feel like I get a
Do you
better
see a lot
bang
of
for my
obese
buck.
people in Greece?
Did I ever what?
Do you see a lot of obese people in Greece?
Not as much as you would hear. No, no, no.
What about in
Because
Belgium?
everyone, what?
Not really.
No. So obesity is
No.
just an American problem.
There are
But it's
there
also
are fatties, I guess you could say, but not to the size that we have here.
also going to be what people expect, right? Spade. If everything else are huge portions, and you're gonna sell a gyro for, that's original size, people are gonna be like, "What's this? That's not enough."
That's what I'm saying. Over here, I get charged $10 a pop. Okay, over there, I can. Okay, so think about it this way, right? I could go over there and I can eat 2 of those, and it'll cost me less than the one that's
Yes,
over
yeah.
here.
Okay, so I've
Same
never
size.
ordered a gyro out of country, but like I'll get the lamb gyro.
It's tiny.
About-
It's tiny.
It's about that big.
No.
in America.
It's yeah, but how thick is it? See, over there, it's smaller.
I don't know if I took a picture of the one I just had. Yeah, we just had. No, I didn't take a picture of it. No, but the gyro we had was pretty large, and it was
That's what I'm saying.
13.
Over there, it's the size. It's small. Like
Like a burrito small.
no, it's smaller than. Well, we're talking like authentic burritos.
I'm
that
talking
are
about like those 99
okay.
cent burrito frozen jammies. The ones that are like this big.
They're okay. So they're like twice the size of those, but
Uh-huh.
smaller than the burritos.
Is there a lot of
But
meat in it,
still.
and they're using real lamb?
Yeah, everything is fresh. Everything is real. Nothing substituted or anything like that.
So
It's just-
again, what John is saying about the portions being smaller is true,
but the price reflects that. Though.
regardless. But so if you were to order a gyro there and a gyro here, you're regardless of the price, you're going to get more here than you will there. So the portions are in fact smaller.
Right. Well, that's what I'm trying to say. It used to be like that because now the places around here are giving you the same size as what you would get over there.
Someone
it's
gave
like,
him some
you just
information.
have the price high
They-
and you lowered the quantity.
They got
So
some
now it's
intel.
annoying.
Someone from Greece was like, "Listen, you fucking up. Make these smaller, same price. Go."
Right. That's exactly what happened. It's exactly
That's-
what happened.
that
Because
kinda
I would see
depends on
people and
how
they would
you
come
look
over
at
here,
it,
and this
Spade.
thing is huge.
And it depends on how you look at it. It could be ethics. Maybe they're looking around all these obese people. Let's try to help them out and make our portions smaller.
Right. Yeah. Okay. Sure.
Let me charge them double
You
and give them
want-
less food.
First off, you see a fatty coming to your shop, your establishment, and you serve food, it's a party. You're like, yes, finally. This guy's ordering fucking 3 subs, 6 basket of French fries, and 8
Yeah,
chicken wings.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like when you go to
That
when
shit-
I go
that
to
shit
Greece,
goes
right?
for a lot
I
of things
know
now, right?
exactly who is
That
from
shit-
the US and who is not by the portions that are on the table.
Oh, I
Because the people that live there order a couple of things, small little things, and they're eating it, right? You know someone's not from Greece when they order and there's like 50, 60 plates on their table.
What were you saying, Matthew?
But that shit goes for a lot of things, right? If nowadays you open a bag of crisps, used to be they were full to the
Full
top.
bag.
Now you open them, it's half air, half crisps.
Well,
Yeah,
that's because they go by weight now.
And the argument is I've looked this up. Why is there so little chips in a bag? And they'll say that when they fill it, it's filled to the top, and that the pressure or whatever, it settles. First
Yeah,
off, the fucking bag is sealed. So either way, things just don't shrink. And it's that bag was half full. You know damn fucking well you didn't fill that to the top. Yeah, it's
Because
Yep.
they go by weight now.
So I was watching me and Bree after knocking boots the other day. We were watching Sleepless in Seattle, and I caught a glimpse of a little part of the scene, and she's eating an apple, right? And I said to myself, "Where the fuck did you get that apple?" It was a Granny Smith, but I swear to God, it was the size of a grapefruit. I have never seen a Granny Smith apple this big and that fat. Like, how you get that? Like,
You
is
sure it
that
wasn't a prop?
no, because she was biting it.
Oh, she
Unless
bit
you
into
eat
it.
plastic. But it sounded like an apple. And you would think, though, that with all the steroids and everything we put in the food now to make it bigger, it'd be the opposite. But again, that was a massive apple. And but here you could buy a bag of apples, $2, $1.99. You get 12 apples in a bag.
They taste like shit.
No, they're not bad, but it's not. Don't expect the
You're
$10
not thrilled
apple.
of it though. Look at the way your voice changed. You're like, yeah, they're not bad, but
Yeah, they're not bad. Look, it's $2, man. What the fuck do you want? Like, you can't even buy a bag for $2. So if you're gonna buy something edible for $2,
okay.
fuck it. Buy a bag of apples and give it to the homeless guy outside. This is all that you got me, bro. It's more than what you had. Don't. Fuck you. I'll eat the apples. Ungrateful bastard. Fuck you. You wanted a $5 apple? Yeah, well, this is all that you get.
It completely escalates and you start beating him with the bag of apples.
Now you got apple juice, bitch. Welcome to America.
But overall, I
Applesauce.
mean,
More expensive?
Applesauce.
Expected
Isn't
worse.
applesauce more expensive? Yeah.
Yeah, because the only way like those
Process.
would be like a random brand of apples, but applesauce is usually branded Mott's. I'm not saying that Publix doesn't make their own brand, but applesauce is pretty expensive.
Well, it's because of the process that they do in order to, yeah.
Not
Just like you could go and buy an onion for like 50 cents, right?
Mhm.
But if you go and get it chopped up already, they charge you $2.
That's right. That's right.
Lettuce in the baggies.
Mm-hmm.
That's a gold mine,
Iceberg lettuce.
literally. Yeah, that's a gold mine. It's what 100 grams or something like that. It weighs next to nothing. It's a baggie like this, and people go like, "Oh, but it's easy because I open it up and I don't have to the crop of lettuce. I don't have to wash it and take the leaves off, and that's
Right.
that's worth more than gold in weight. Look at what they charge for a single baggie, and look at what an entire lettuce
I
costs.
haven't looked, but I remember that you used to be able to buy a head of lettuce, like iceberg lettuce, for 99 cents. I'm sure it's not.
Not
that-
anymore. Not anymore. Not anymore.
All that is water. Like there's no. it's
So
just
trans-
it's
nothing.
water leaves. Like that's it's what it is. It's like someone took a head of cabbage and made it less green and dumped it in water.
it's not really a great marketing term. But
Water leaves.
I guess we can work with.
Yeah, it doesn't really sell itself. Neither does Yank My Crank. I'll flood your mouth, and it's about a dam that's leaking. But people still buy it. Still buy it. Brokeback Mountain. People still buy it.
So you said romaine lettuce, right? It's $3.99.
No, iceberg. Iceberg.
Oh, iceberg.
Romaine's going to be more expensive. Iceberg lettuce probably
Water lettuce.
$1.99, $1.49. It can't be that expensive. But again,
$2.50.
like you said, it probably takes 5 cents to make that. Like it grows out of control.
$2.50.
Just
Now,
cut.
and I'll look up the price of a baggie.
$2.99 if you get the organic one.
Yeah, but now look up the price of the baggie.
The
Okay,
bag.
so, yeah, I wanted to say that too. So the baggie, right? It says salad shreds, iceberg lettuce shredded, 8 ounces, $1.79. 8 ounces, right? And it says the iceberg lettuce, the organic one for a head for the whole thing is $2.99.
And how much does the iceberg lettuce weigh?
It varies, depends on how big they are. But I guarantee you, it's a lot more than 8 ounces by a lot.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, the prices are insane when you.
Do you
look at it
guys
that
eat a
way.
lot of salad over there in Europe?
Well, it's
Sometimes
become more
not that
prevalent.
much.
Like when you go out to eat, do you get salad for free? Yeah.
Not for
Yes.
free.
Depends
For
on
free.
a side. Yeah, from time to time. Like if you order a
It's a
steak,
side dish. You're gonna pay for it.
you mean separate, not on your first plate, but like if you order a
Okay.
steak, you have some salad
Let
on
me
the
rephrase
side.
that because there seems to be a lot of turmoil between you two and whether or not you get free salad. Let me try this again. So in America, right? I'm gonna go to a diner. Very regional, but go to a diner. I order a steak. Okay, I wouldn't order a steak from a
Mhm.
diner. But if I do, you'll get rolls in the beginning. After the rolls, while you wait, they'll prepare your salad. That comes. Then you get your steak with your sides, and then you get a dessert, and that'll cost you about $13.
Well,
I can
hold
do
on. You didn't explain to
I
them how
can
big
do
the
you.
steak is or anything like that. They're looking at it like.
Well, no, I mean the steak is about that big, 8-ounce steak, 10-ounce steak.
Nope.
Yeah.
I
The
I
steak
can do
here is
you.
like that big.
Yeah, I can do you a cup of soup and maybe a glass of water for €13.
And now you know why we're
Not
fat.
the fresh soup, right? Not
So
the
No, no,
fresh
no, no,
soup.
no.
The
Not the
one, the
fresh.
powdered one.
yeah, I don't know, cause like you go to a diner, bro, you could pack it in for $60. There ain't no fucking way you're walking
No,
out of there hungry.
it's like John said.
No.
If you have a steak menu, you get Belgian fries, a steak, and probably a leaf of lettuce, some
What are
piece of
Belgian
tomato
fries?
or shredded.
The original French fries.
No. I want to know what a Belgian fries, because that sounds
Yeah.
delicious. What is it?
Belgian fries are like French fries, but they're thicker.
So steak
Yeah,
fries.
the original one.
Wedges.
I guess you guys call it differently. Yeah, it's thicker than a, the French fry is like very thin. Belgian fry is 1 centimeter on 1 centimeter, 1 centimeter.
Oh, steak fries are the shit. They're like this fat,
Yeah,
about
yeah.
that long, and about that tall. Those are delicious. Those are.
Yeah.
That's what we call. Well, that's American potatoes for us.
Yep.
American potato. So it's not Belgian
Yeah.
potatoes, it's American potatoes.
Yeah, because
No,
they're
but
thicker
they
and
just
Wait, do you
bigger
guys
and
grow
better and-
potatoes in Belgium?
Oh yeah.
You do. And you guys have cow farms in Belgium?
We also have.
You have pig farms and shit too? So like you're self-sustainable
Yeah.
in
Yeah.
Belgium.
Somewhat.
Yes.
Yeah.
What's your major import?
What
At the
import?
moment, energy.
Oh, it's not energy. Consumables, I mean. Chocolate, no?
There's a lot of there's a lot of shit that's made here. So yeah, chocolate. You need cacao. That's not something they have here.
Yeah, that's got to be it.
Yeah, we went over
Yes,
this.
we
A lot
don't
of
have any
chocolate.
export, right?
Oh, wow. Your major Belgian import is machinery, equipment, chemicals, diamonds, pharmaceuticals. Major thing is machinery.
Wow. I didn't see that coming.
Precious stones. So you don't have any stones that are there. Like you don't have diamonds, like a Belgian diamond or, yeah.
No,
We have a
that's-
lot
of
This is
colors.
import or export, Jay? This is import or
That's
export?
import, what they're bringing in.
Import.
Major export of Belgium would be
also going to be diamonds in there because we have a very large diamond.
your number one export in your country is vehicles.
Okay, that also
Okay.
surprises me.
What kind of vehicles you
As
guys
of
make over there?
2023, what do you make in Belgium car wise?
Wait, but is that transit included? Because we have very good and very large ports, and a lot of car carrying companies come to Belgium to unload and
Ship it
load
everywhere
back
else.
other ships.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because
it's transit.
manufacturing
Transit
of
cars
cars.
is a very big thing.
It's manufacturing of cars. What
Huh.
what
Man,
cars do you make in Belgium?
used to be every kind. Opel, Volvo, you name it.
Now?
We made it.
Volvo is still here. We still have trucks, but that's not cars that we make. We have a manufacturer of
The top exports of
buses.
Belgium are cars, 21.9 billion, manufactured packaged medicaments, vaccines, blood and stereotoxin cultures, refined petroleum. Oh, you guys make your own gas there. That's cool. Oh, and diamonds. So how do you export diamonds if you
We have a lot of diamond cutters over here.
Oh, so
So-
they're importing it, cutting
Yep.
it, and then
exporting.
That's one of the things Antwerp is really known for is
Oh.
diamond cutting.
And you guys
That's
also
kinda
have an Audi manufacturing plant in Brussels?
I don't think it's still.
Bro, as of
I don't know.
February of 2023, cars for the past 5 years has been your major export.
Weird.
Yeah, somewhere in Ghent
Yeah,
and
weird.
Brussels.
Yeah, Ghent I know.
Ghent, yeah.
Brussels I know too, but I thought they lost. Like there's a next line of Audi cars and they didn't get the contract, so they're slimming down their personnel.
Because it says
I could be
here,
wrong.
as well as bus and truck manufacturers Van Hool
Yeah.
in Leer, VDL Bus and Coach in Roselaire,
Such a
DAF Trucks in Tempsey, and Volvo Trucks in Ghent.
Yep.
for
So
such
that,
small
I
country,
don't know if they're included because the buses and trucks, I have no idea.
well, it's automobiles. So yeah, I mean
Yeah.
the
Ah,
fact that
It's included.
such a small country and you export so much cars, there's got to be like a tax break or something.
like, we have a lot of petrochemical companies as well because other
Yeah, I saw
countries
the
don't want
chemical.
them, and Belgium is like, okay, come here. So
So that means
Fire.
jobs are good though. That means jobs are good. If you got that much shit going out,
yeah,
Overall, there's still a huge amount of unemployed people, but that's also
So it's like a sweatshop.
like you said. What?
It's like a sweatshop. You guys are not getting paid enough.
Yeah. almost.
No,
Almost, it's
I
not
wouldn't
far
say
off.
that. It's just what is your motivation to get a job if you get 1,600 euros a month from the government doing nothing? Are you
can
gonna
you do
work for
both?
200
Can you
hours?
get the money from the government and work at the same time in Belgium?
Legally, no.
Do they have jobs in Belgium like in America where you get paid underneath the table?
Yes.
Also not legal.
Yeah, it's the same in America.
And
Yeah.
they're making it harder and harder because they want to go to electronic
Right,
payments.
no more cash.
They pushed it for years to get rid of the under the table thing.
And they also messed up, like, how do you call it? Well, servant, like diners and all that stuff, they needed to have an electronic register. So everything is quantified. You can't pay out your waitresses or anything like that. It has to be overtime is all
Ooh.
registered. You could have to
That's
you could finagle something now. That business is completely. But then again, a year ago, our prime minister went on national TV saying, like, do we really still need diners? Everyone's doing takeaway anyway. So that cost him a couple of votes. So that's.
Or like in a bar or something with that system Jorn said, even the kegs are counted. So you
Yeah.
have to have certain amount. You have to get 180 to 200 glasses, pints out of one keg. If that's not the case, then they're gonna come knocking at your door.
Well, they do the same thing. At least in New York, they do the same exact thing. When you have a bar or a club or anything to that extent, you have to show where you bought your bottles from. Some of these places, they go to the liquor store and they buy extra bottles so that way they don't have to show that off.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah, we used to do black kegs. under the table kegs.
Yeah,
Those were taxed, of course. And
because you
that's
get taxed on the
Mm.
ones that you bought from your
Distributor.
host, yeah, distributor. So when you go to a liquor store, yeah, you're paying slightly more, but you don't have to get taxed on that money. So there's always a loophole everywhere on everything.
Huh.
Yeah, I think it's less. You have less and less wiggle room over here,
I'm sorry. What was the word
unless
you used?
you're an immigrant.
What was the
Wiggle
word?
room, he said. Less wiggle room.
Oh, I didn't hear. I heard something else.
Ooh,
As long as that's
what
not,
did you hear?
something else. Belgium,
not
that's
that.
something else. Belgians are good at finding the back
That's
doors and the systems and the ways to circumvent systems or laws and stuff like that. That's something Belgians are good for.
I find it fascinating that you guys are literally, I don't know exactly how many miles. I'm just going to roughly say 5,000 miles. Is that about how far you are from Florida? Roughly? Maybe. Um, maybe more. I don't know. Look it up, Jordan, real quick, how far it is. From Belgium to Florida, how many miles is that? Just roughly. I find it crazy that you guys are literally on the other side of the world, and I have grown such a love. 10,000 miles.
4,569 miles.
So close.
You were close.
Nice.
I
Almost
was
nailed it.
close, bro. Like I was
Oh,
almost on the button.
yeah, almost nailed
Yep.
it.
And you guys are like all the way across the world, and I have a better relationship with you than I do the person that lives right next door to me. That's just fascinating. That is fascinating. That there's something in it for everybody. So there's a fish out there for everybody to catch. So that saying is true. There's plenty of fish in the sea. Obviously, we're not lovers, but the point is
Right.
that you can find somebody out there that's for you. Somebody.
Yeah, that's true for me as well. I have no connection with my neighbors. But does anyone really
Some people
nowadays?
do. Like they'll invite, like my neighbors here. Okay, I've talked to them once. The people that live behind me. The guy next to me, he's annoying. I just try to go inside whenever he's outside. But so the neighbors here, they're from New York, and they found Bree. This is a true story. They found Bree's Facebook, right?
Yeah.
Remember my Facebook recommended me the guy next door, so I guess they did the same thing. God, they are creepy. Facebook. So anyway, they came over and they told me about the Coquina rocks that they're gonna. I'm saying that wrong. And the backyard, whatever. And I was like, all right, cool. You know, they're like, it might go in your yard. It's fine. It's by the shed. It's neither of our yards anyway. It's the township, but okay. So they added Bree as a friend, and her dumbass accepted the friend request. Okay. So last week she says to me, she says, Jay, how do you hide you on Facebook? I said, what do you mean? She's like, how do I get away from this? What do you get away from what? She's like, the neighbors behind us, they're throwing a party and they invited us. I was like, how the fuck did they find us? She's like, I don't know. I just wanted a friend on Facebook, so I accepted him. Okay, now what? And it shows when you send somebody a message, your fucking face next to the shit that you read it. There's no way to unread it. So her face is down there, and she's like, hurry up, hide it quick. I said, even if I hide it quick, she's active right now. She's seeing this chat on her screen. And they invited us over, and I was like, oh, God, how the fuck do we get out of this? Like, they know what we're doing. If they hear me in the backyard, they're going to be like, yo, come on over. And they were inviting us, like, they're like, oh, well, don't need to come through the house. Just go through the backyard, your backyard, to get to our place. We're going to have a little get together. I don't fucking know you, right? Like, that's how I felt. And I was like, Bree violated all of my privacy now, because now if they follow Bree, they're probably following me. Now they're on my Facebook feed, and I got a request from her, and I don't even know you. Like, your name, they're probably watching this. But I was like, I'm not going to go to their house, and that's literally the people that live behind. Like, I go out my front door, look to the left, that's their house. the one that knocked down all the trees. I feel like if I went over there, I'd be like, why'd you kill my trees, yo? So like, I don't want to go there and talk to them, and they're my neighbors. So if I'm not willing to do that, I can imagine that 95% of everybody in this chat, they want to talk to your fucking neighbors. Like you have to see
yeah.
them every day. And I'm good.
There is something even worse, because if they get you to go to their house, they're gonna expect you to invite them to come to your house.
Yes.
And before you know
Yeah,
it,
now they're gonna be like, "Oh, I hear you getting married. You got a pig roast? You got room for me and my kids and my no?" Like my sister said to me, "Yo, my sister, this bitch, she said to me, those of you that were in the Twitch stream, she was like, yeah, I want to come. Can you help me out with the tickets? No, I'm not gonna help you out with the tickets. What the fuck are you talking about?" So she goes to me, "What if I bring your niece, Raina?" I said, "No." She said, "No, why not?" I said, "There's no fucking kids here. It's your family. I don't give a shit. I'm not gonna have no fucking kids running around. It's all adults. We're having a good time. Don't ruin it by sprinkling in little midgets. Like, don't bring
Agreed.
that here."
Agreed.
She's like, "Well, what else am I don't know. Find a nanny. Get a dog. Lock the door. Do something. Don't bring your fucking kids to my house. Like, I don't want these little fucking gnomes. Just get them out of here." Right? Like, and I'm not trying to be an asshole. I'm getting old, and I don't want to see little rascals doing shenanigans, acting like hooligans, eating at Bennigan's. Like, don't, like, stop playing with the fucking chair, kid. Like, take your kid, get him out of here. You know what I mean?
No, I agree.
What?
I don't have the patience anymore.
Plus, with the neighbor thing, it opens up like Pandora's box. Because if they're like, hey, our gate's open, and we go over there, we're going to wake up one morning to them playing horseshoes in our backyard.
Or they're going to be in our pool.
Exactly!
What makes you think you can swim in my pool? Well, we don't have one. I get that. I do. I understand that. But that door was locked. How'd you get it open? Oh, we just cut the mesh out of your Lonnie. Oh, so you made your own doorway, like a doggy door. Okay, I'm going to count to 5, and you better be out of that pool in your backyard.
It just opens up so many possibilities. Like,
You don't want to be friends
Yeah,
with
because
Now they're going to be coming over asking for sticks of butter.
oh my
Now you got to
gosh.
overstock extra Gatorade because they're thirsty. Right? Like, this is not Salvation Army. You know? Like, this isn't UNICEF. Go somewhere else other than my house. Ask your other neighbor. And you know, the problem is they can't ask the neighbor to the left because those are registered sex offenders. And they can't ask the neighbor to the right because that guy's going to fucking die any day now. He's like 95. So the only thing you got is the young, sexy couple that knows how to fuck in the public, your backyard. And you don't have any activities. Like, you're talking about, let's go to your house. What? We went outside. We listened. We listened to what you did. We heard. We're right behind you, behind the bush. We were listening, creeping like fucking stalkers. And it's just like people talking. There's no pool. There's no music. There's no food. It's just people talking. If I wanted to do that, I would go on Reddit and go live. Like, if you could, hey, somebody come talk to me. I don't want to go in your backyard and now all of a sudden we're going by first name basis. Look, call me Mr. Jorphy. That's it. Don't call me Jake. We're not on first name basis.
Plus, these people. So technically, we were called snowbirds when we first moved down here, but we live here permanently. So we're no longer snowbirds. We don't come and go. These neighbors are snowbirds, and I dislike them so much. They got here last week. Every single night, weeknight, weekend, doesn't matter. They are blasting
Playing music
so loud.
last night. Hey, you're so fucking loud right now. Shut up. Listen, so last night, I was like, yo, is someone dropping fucking beats or riding a motorcycle in my yard? And I was trying to fix the fucking internet. It's gotta be 1:15, right? I'm trying to fuck with this shit. And I start bobbing my head. I'm like, there's no fucking music, but this shit is nice. Who the fuck is playing music at 1:15 in the morning? And I'm like, okay, let me go outside. I go in the backyard, and there's like fucking strobe lights, like they're dancing in their grass. Like crackheads. Like it's Woodstock in my backyard. And I said, it's 1:15. The guy next door isn't going to call the cops because he's a pedophile. The guy next door probably fucking died of a heart attack because it's just loud.
Music was too loud.
Right?
How loud they are.
And the person across the street or across the lake had seizures because of the fucking lights. And I'm like, Nobody gives a shit that this is like. I'm not gonna be the guy to call the cops. And you wanted me to come over and do what till 3 o'clock in the morning? Have barbecue? They don't even barbecue food. They just they act like they're 16, but they're older than me by like 20 years. They're 65.
Oof.
Let it go, bro. Let it go, Alan.
Oh no.
Let it go.
It is a weeknight. Why are you blasting music at 12 p.m.?
Absurd.
12 a.m.
It's absurd.
Like every single night this week. Like, I have to turn on the TV
Yes.
so loud.
I was doing this number. I was doing this number. Shit, you
Hey,
getting
listen,
it.
you
But
have,
I wasn't.
you
I
have
was
to
on
have
Ambien.
music,
I wasn't mad. I was on Ambien.
This shit-
So last night, let me
but
go on.
you have to have music at a swinger party, right?
I guess, but the music is the same song on repeat. Like it never changes. It's just so. Last night, let me
I
tell you,
like that song.
I got a great song. Alan put me onto it. So last night, I tried to be an adult. Right, I'm on Ambien.
Ooh,
What do you mean? Ooh.
you tried to be an adult?
Let me tell you what happened. So usually on Ambien, I'll eat a bunch of cookies and shit, some licorice, some candy, well, whatever's available, right? I'll eat a fucking shoelace if it looks colorful. So yesterday, I'm on Ambien, and I'm trying to fix the internet, and I'm outside listening to them. I think I stood outside for like 10 minutes. I said, you know what? I'm going to be an adult right now. I'm not going to eat junk food. So I Google on my phone, how good are cashews for you? Because I like cashew nuts. And when you're hungry on Ambien, literally, you'll eat the lid of the nuts. So I go. I said, I'm going to be an adult. And I got a thing of cashews about this big. It was about 3/4 of the way full. You're supposed to have 1 cup, right? That's it. 1 cup of nut. Too much of anything is bad. But I'm trying to like justify how hungry I am by looking up the levels. And what I see inside of cashews is fiber. And we could all use a little bit of fiber, right? And I got the runs all the time. My shit's just running. So I said, all right, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to go in the theater room. I got the internet set up. I'm going to pop it open. Sort of like how people veg out in front of a TV. I'm going to pop this open. I'm going to have fucking cashews. So I'm
Ate the whole
watching that
bottle.
show that you were talking about and made whatever the show. And I'm on Amazon. So I don't know what I'm doing. And as I'm getting down to the end of the cashews, I'm ripping a lot of ass. Like just like it hurts my butt cheeks ass. Like there's no way there's that much fiber in these cashews. And they are all organic, so don't worry, you people that worry about plants. True story, yo. I was so out of my fucking mind. I was so out of my mind. I'm at the bottom of the nuts, and it's like it's like crumbs and like a couple nuts left. So I managed to kill
40 ounces.
how much?
40 ounces.
40 ounces of cashews, okay? And like fucking
Holy shit.
let me tell you what happens. So when you get to the bottom of something, you put your hand in. You know, my cashew thing is this big. And the entrance to the cashew container is about that big. So what happens about halfway through, Jordan, I go to reach for the crumbs because I'm still hungry. And I can't get my fucking hand. So I look like I was even having a seizure or I had cerebral palsy. Bro, I'm looking at it and I'm like, why won't I'm on drugs, mind you, okay, prescribed. I'm looking, I said, why can't I get my fucking hand out of this? And I continue to watch the show with the thing on my hand, ignoring it. And I'm just like, and the whole time, I swear to God, this is true. The whole time I'm watching it and I'm trying to use the remote with my hand that's in the fucking container. I'm trying to pick up the remote with the fucking thing on my hand. And I'm like, yo, if I could just get my hand out of this. So I start looking through the junk drawer of a way to cut out the bottom so I can use my hand. My first reaction is to not get my hand out, but just get access to my fingertips. Yo, This is going on for like fucking 20 minutes. And I'm like, I don't even know what's happening in the show anymore. I'm just like, I have to figure out how to. I have my right hand. But I'm like, if I could just figure out how to get my hand out, I could shut the Apple TV off. I'm like, what the fuck am I going to do? But there's still crumbs in the bottom of the thing. And I was like, I am so hungry. I got to get to those. No joke. No joke. I put my hand by my feet like this. Because I for some reason, I can't use my right hand. I'm going to have to pantomime what I'm doing here. So my feet are on the ground, right? Like this. I put my hand between my feet. And I push down with my feet and up. And my hand comes out. And the crumbs go everywhere. Did you clean them up? No. Okay, so I got black carpet. Now there's cashew crumbs all over my fucking floor. What do? I don't look for the vacuum. I go on my hands and knees and I start picking up the fucking cashews and eating them. I could have went right into the fucking closet and got a whole new package of cashews. The reason why I didn't do that is, first off, it was too fucking far away. And then number two, I said, what if my hand gets stuck in that one? Next time I gotta put it in the fucking bowl. Bro, listen to me. Don't ever do Ambien and try to stay awake. I was eating fucking crumbs off of the floor. And when I tell you, put something on your hand and try to pick things up. I just had this block. Where is it? Go get the
plastic container.
Go get the cashew thing. Let me show you. Yeah, it was a fucking mess. And I was like, I'm gonna be an adult, man. I'm gonna watch a comedy thing or a show and just have cashews instead of chocolate or cookies. You're supposed to have one cup. I ate the whole fucking thing. Let me tell you, my shit this morning, solid, bro. Solid shit.
Well, there is a positive to it.
Oh, my whole shit looked like one big ass cashew. Just thumbed out like a cucumber. Just tan. Is my shit supposed to be that color? Bet you my heart is kicking ass. Let me show you this fucking thing. Now that I'm...
Cashews and handprints all over the floor.
Of course. Let me see. So this is the fucking container. I ate this whole fucking thing. Okay, let me show you what happened. So I get my hand in, right? It's tight already, right? I get my hand in. I'm trying to pick up the remote. This is what I'm doing. Like, why can't I fucking grab it? And let me just cut this part out, and get my hand through it. Bro, just pull. Let's pull out. Oh, now I just got fucking cashews all over my laptop.
Your brand new laptop.
Now I got cashew dust on my nose. Oh, that smells so good.
You loved them.
Oh, here, look. Let me show you how many calories I had. Wait.
Oh, boy.
Wait for this. Wait.
Listen.
It's 160 calories, okay, times 24.
Holy shit.
Okay.
Way more than 24.
My goodness.
24 times 160. So yesterday, I basically had 4,000 fucking calories of peanuts. I was better off having fucking better off having 5 boxes of cookies.
Wait, so the cup is 24 pieces, right? Give or take.
The whole container is 24 pieces. And it's one cup.
Oh, okay, yeah. So yeah, 3,840.
There it is. I had 4,000 calories last night. All nuts. My asshole regretted every fucking minute of it. Because, man, my shit was solid. It did not want to come out. I had to reach down and grab the tip of my poop to help it come out a little bit. We'll talk about that later in vocals. I'm not going to talk about that now. It's a little embarrassing when you have to grab
Jay,
shit out of your asshole.
if your shit comes out looking like a Snickers bar, you've had too much.
No, it came out looking. Listen, my shit was tan. I'm colorblind, but I know what tan is. We're all tan in a little bit. That's what my poop looked like. Not concerned. It was just all cashew. Cashew poop. Bro.
A lot of cashews.
Now, bigger shits with nuts.
Bro. Fucking container. I'm just like, if I could just get this off. And, oh my God, what am I going to do? How do I use the remote? Fucking hands on my head. Really? Bro, take this off and then turn that off and go get it off. Losing my fucking losing my fucking mind.
Got it. Take Ambien, go straight to bed. Nothing else in between.
Always. I mean, I know I always preach that, but it's like I never learn. I never fucking learn, man. And the
I mean,
lady,
it's just crumbs. It could have been worse. You could have bought like 20 saxophones.
you want to know what I looked up?
Or
See,
3D
now you're gonna
printers.
drag me into this. Let me tell you what happened. True story. I can show you my history if you don't believe me. I can show you a screenshot. I don't mind proving it. Last night, David Swinigan, sends me a message about I want to go eat lunch, but I have to tell you this story. David Swinigan sends me a message. He actually sent it earlier, but I saw it in Discord later. And he was like, yeah, I got the mounts. The mounts are cool. I was like, yo, you like them? He's like, yeah, they shit badass. I said, all right, word, my nigga. And then he was like, yo, I put it on the mirror. Here it comes. Of my school. What was that? Fucking cashew powder? I'm like, Jesus Christ. Wow, bro.
Didn't see it.
You didn't see the big white blob? Anyway, so I said, oh, nice. He's like, yeah, I managed to mount it on my mirrors. I was like, what? You know what I take from that message? Go look at scooters. So, shit gets bad. Shit gets really bad. I'm going to tell you what happens. And when I'm talking about scooters, I'm not talking about stand-up scooters. I'm talking about sit-down gas scooters. Okay? Gas, like
boy.
Vespas, Piaggios. Swear to
Yeah.
God. So, I said, a regular scooter, I ride motorcycles. I can't be caught riding a scooter. I'm not at that age. 60, 65, I'll get away with it. 43, it's a little bit unacceptable. But then, I saw a trike scooter. I was like, okay, that's pretty cool. Like one wheel in the front, two wheel in the back, like a three-wheeler. I was like, all right, how much these run? $6 grand, $7 grand? What do I got? That Amex. Swear to God, true story. So I find these scooters. Let me pull this up real quick. Hold on. Let me pull up my history. So I find these scooters. Just give me a second. History. I want to show you what I was looking at. 1014. Here we go. 125. I pulled up one of your Final Credit videos here.
Nice.
Yesterday, 1:15 a.m.
Not a compliment.
Hold on.
Oh.
Hold on. I'm ruining the story right now, but just give me a minute. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Hold on. Yep, found it. Okay. So I pull up these scooters. Come on, bro. Oh, here we go. Got it. Okay, so let's see if this works. Safari, pull this up here. I pull up these scooters here, and I'm like, yo, these are fucking cool. Did that work?
That is
Yes,
cool.
sir.
Okay, yeah. Okay,
100
so I pulled these
cc's.
up, and I was like, yo, I would fucking ride this. Like, that's a scooter. That looks nice. And then they have... Hold on. No, I guess it's under trikes. Yeah.
Single suit.
Yeah. So, it's a 300. They make different versions. There's a different one with the front and the side, but you just saw that main one on that main page. I ended up pulling it up. Yeah, that one right there. That is called the Zodiac. So, Zodiac. Oh, okay, so that is the actual. So it looks nice, right? Like the front of that with the lights. And I said, okay, how much, right? Like how much to get one? Yeah, I'll pull out the Amex. If there was somebody that could have actually done the transaction, I would have bought one of these. And then when you get them, all you got to do is put the rims on. I was like, oh, me? I can make a stream about that. Let me get the scooter. I was this fucking close to buying a scooter. Ask me if I need a scooter. Nope. I have 2 cars, 2 motorcycles. Don't need a fucking scooter. I have legs. No need for this. But this is what happens on Ambien. Is random shit that you would never look up. You're going to buy it. Oh, look, a staple gun. I might need to staple some shit sometime. But that's a nice looking scooter, no? Like that's
It is.
Yeah.
The single seater ones look like the ones that we have that people here in restaurants have as delivery vehicles.
yeah, like that is fucking cool. Like that.
Yeah.
I've never seen. It's not a Can-Am. It's not a Slingshot. It's like a 3-wheeled scooter.
And the price looked good at $5,500.
Yeah, $5,500. That sounds like here's the Amex, End Street legal. I don't know where we're gonna go, but we could. I don't know. Go to the end of the road. I could do that now with my motorcycles. But I was like, I could put luggage in that. I just started justifying it. I might be able to put like 3,000 Ambien in there. Maybe some grocery bags. But like I thought they were really fucking cool, but the price is so cheap. And then of course I go on YouTube and I start Googling who did reviews on this shit. There's one review.
Nice.
So it's called the Zodiac Maximus, and I'm sorry, the Ice Bear Zodiac and the Ice Bear Maximus. And then I even sent them an email. I was like, if I could talk to somebody right now, I'm ready to buy one. Thank God that they weren't around at 2 o'clock in the morning while I was outside bobbing my head to that fucking music and strobe light eating cashews on the counter, because I would have definitely bought one. So
Tomorrow, though, they're going to reply to that email and say, "Are you
They
still
will.
looking to purchase
they
one?"
will. And hopefully when I respond to that email, I won't be on Ambien because I'll make that shitty decision. And I feel like there's a no return policy. But for $5,500 in Florida, instead of buying a fucking car, you get one of these and they're pretty cool looking, man. I mean, that's a pretty cool looking scooter.
And it's 300 cc's. It's got a little bit of oomph. It
Oh yeah,
shouldn't
no,
be
no,
like-
that could go 100 miles per hour. Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's same as a dirt bike, a
Yeah.
motorcycle. Same thing. 250 cc. Yeah, that thing will move. It's got dual exhaust and shit. I mean, it's cute.
Jay, think about this.
I'm trying to justify it again. Like I'm like,
I'm
let
trying
me
to justify it for you also. Yeah,
Yeah, thanks for helping.
When you start that business of trying to repair all the other stuff, you can use
Yeah.
that as a vehicle.
Sweet. Show up in that. Get some sweet decals on it.
Why not?
Some flames.
Fuck you, John. I was just gonna say that. Some red fucking flames on the fairings. Oh, bro. Little Pepsi logo on the back, just slap it on there. Just I don't know, random shit. Grateful Dead sticker.
Sponsor.
I mean, it is pretty fucking cool. It is pretty cool. It's whatever. Let me show you this other one. See, I'm trying to justify it again. That's what I'm doing. Let me show you this.
It's
other one.
surprisingly cheap. I expected it to be more expensive.
This
Yeah,
one,
but
but it's even cooler looking.
It's got no shifting. It's not. It's just basically step on it and go. It's not anything special. But it's kind of cool that it's a trike, though. I've never seen that.
A trike scooter? Yeah, I've never seen one ever.
Yeah, that's cool.
So this is the Maximus. I like the headlights on this one. See, I gotta stop this shit. This is the Maximus. You see it?
That's cool.
It just
It looks like a Jap bike.
yeah. But it's a fucking scooter, bro. I don't know what this big block thing is on the back of it, but I don't know.
That's the rear end. It's got a
Almost,
big ass
bro.
beefy rear end in there.
Let me tell you, almost. I said I got the Amex out. I'm ready to run this shit. You're gonna deliver it. I put the rims on it. Let's do it. And I'd say that I'd ride it everywhere, but it would sit in my garage. That's where it would be. Right next to the
You'd
bike.
order carbon parts for it, probably, right?
Yes. From
Oh,
me.
yeah.
Guys have
Yeah,
missing
so
carbon.
David fucked me up when he said he got a scooter. I said I gotta get me one now. I gotta get a fucking scooter. I don't know why. I just have to have a scooter now. And now I'm on this. I'm not talking about like a little electric jam. I'm talking about some shit I could get on the road and just like cruise down to I don't even know where. Just I really want a fucking Can-Am. Like as corny as that sounds, that's the 2-wheeled one with the one in
They
the
are
back.
nice.
Like
They are nice. I like all jokes aside,
It's
you
like
don't need it, but they are nice looking.
I don't know why I'm so infatuated with, like, I have motorcycles.
It's
It's just
different.
the idea that it's like a convertible car. You won't catch me dead in a Mazda Miata, right? It ain't gonna happen. I owned one before. I made that mistake. I got made fun of. I let it go. I sold that shit, and my dreams and hopes went away with that once I got the money for it. But with trikes that way, where there's front wheel and two in the back, I was like, yo, I could take this all the way down to the doctor's office if it's nice. And it's cruise, you know what I mean? Like, it's just, I said, just stop this shit. My luck is a fucking wheel will fall off because I put it on, you know, just halfway down the road and brief falls off, but I don't realize because the shit's so loud. You can't see me on one, but I don't know. Whatever.
I'm just glad it's just scooters. That we don't have a hazard that just sends you a mail. Hey Jay, I just got this Cessna or this private jet. What do you think?
My credit cards can't handle those, bro. They can't. This little shit. But here, that's why I can't check messages late at night. You know who keeps fucking messaging me, bro? Talk to your boy, Spade. Talk to your boy.
Oh.
Talk to your boy. He doesn't know about this channel. It's probably good. Because that guy...
Send him the link to the scooter. He probably get a kick out of that.
Yeah. That guy messaged me yesterday like 3 times on Facebook. Have you met this guy in real life? You're muted.
Yeah.
And?
Yeah. He's just like online. He talks a lot. He means well. It's just that, you know.
And he only got
he
one leg,
talks-
right?
Well, I haven't seen him since his accident, but he talks a lot. That's who he is. That's,
How you meet him?
The way he types is the way
What do
he
you
talks.
mean, him at a garage sale or something?
No, I mean, no, we have mutual friends from around the neighborhood and everything
Oh, yeah?
like that. So,
Yeah. So he's friendly is what you're telling me?
no, he is. It's just that he talks a lot. He's a very, 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 very people's person. Like, he will talk your ear off.
Is he
Like,
good
if you're
looking?
sitting,
No.
For a handicapped person, is he good looking?
Nice. Does he
He
look
is in
better
the
than
eyes of
Joey
older.
Pancakes?
he what?
Does he look better than Joey Pancakes?
Yes.
Oh, that's good. He's got something going for
He
him.
definitely has better game.
You knew that because he spit it to you. He was like, "Yo, what up, shorty? Want to come?"
No. I've seen his ex.
She was hot.
She was okay.
The one that died, right?
Yeah.
That he killed her or something.
It was an accidental thing.
Whatever you
Oh,
want
sure.
to call it. I mean, a death was involved with him, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so you can label that however you want. I'll label it however I want. Someone
I mean,
died.
he's definitely, if he wanted to, he could do the Brokeback Mountain thing. He has better access now.